Getting a mythical fruit in Blox fruits is one of the hardest things to do. But what if there was methods to make it easier? Well, today we're about to find out because I'm going to be testing 50 mythical fruit hacks that you guys sent to see if we can actually roll a mythical with them. Starting with switch to Rengoku and type /do luck v4. All right, so first things first, we got to equip the Rengoku blade. Here we go right here. And you know what? I'm going to use both abilities on Zeolus just to give some extra luck. And then let's type in /do luck v4. If this works, that would actually be insane, bro. I will do this every time if it works. You gotta be kidding me, bro. A sand? Well, I guess I could have gotten worse things. But next up by Blind Monkey, he says go to Hydra Island, die to one of the ghosts, then reset with a rocket, then eat chop, then leave game, then roll. Easy enough. First things first, we gotta go to 3rd sea. Now we've got to teleport to Hydra Town, come over to this waterfall. Somehow I have a good feeling about this one, I'm not gonna lie. All right, we gotta go in here and we've got to die to the ghost. So let me let these boys just straight up jump me. This will be quick. All right. There we go. Damn, I lost 1,500 honor to them. Okay, this better be worth it. Next thing, I believe we have to reset with a rocket. We've got no issues doing this. There we go. Bye-bye rocket. Now we've got to eat the chop fruits. This is kind of extra, I'm not gonna lie, but let's go ahead and eat that. Munch, munch. Then we've got to leave the game, and now we can roll. All right, Zeolus, please give me luck. Please give me luck. I did all that. Give me something good. Give me something good, and I guess that's just fate, isn't it? We reset with a rocket fruit, and we ended up getting a rocket. This next guy's strategy is trade your love to barrier and spin. It'll give you a good fruit. And he also said, no, trade someone who is not your friend. You got me, because that was exactly what I was about to do. This shouldn't be too difficult at all, because I'm literally downgrading, but let's see. Trading love for barrier and spin. What the heck is going on here? These boys pointing a gun at each other? Hey, yo, chill, bro, chill. I don't got nothing, I don't got nothing. Give me fruit. Man's just straight up demanding it. He's shooting me. Trading love for barrier and spin. Someone please trade me. Anyone here have barrier and spin? Anyone? Anyone at all? Or am I just gonna sit here alone, waiting forever for the trade? Nope, looks like we got our trade right here. This guy named VXZS Dragon. He's got the barrier and spin that we're looking for. And I'm not gonna lie, this took way longer to look for than y'all thought. Anyways, we're about to get it right here. 3, 2, 1. Trade completed. Now the moment of truth. All that time trying to trade. Let's see if the method even works. And you gotta be kidding me. Another one that doesn't even work. All of that just for a damn job. Next one, use V3 skill and click buy at the same time. Click or I rolled Kitsune 2 times. So man's got Kitsune twice from using that method. All right, so that means it's just gotta work for us, right? So we've got to use V3 and at the same time as click and buy, we got to use aura. There we go. And we get a smoke fruit. Okay, so that method just didn't work at all for us. This next one is interesting. Robbie says kill a player, then spin 3 to 5 times, and then the next spin is guarantee a luck. That should be easy enough considering we're at the ice fruit on this account. It is not awakened though, so I will have to rely on my other abilities. All right, we've got a guy right here. Let's see if we can take him out. I've got none of my usual resources that I do have my other accounts. Like I don't have soul guitar, but I got God, human, and ice. That should be more than enough. Oh, we got a guy locking over here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't you touch that ground. Come on. Get him here. Oh, we actually got him. Okay, 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 okay. Ice bird. Boom. Boom. Oh, I don't even have the moves of my God Human unlocked. Okay, okay. We got him under half. We got him under half. This is good. This is good. I only have one of my abilities from God Human, so that is actually going to be tough to kill this man's. Oh, he got me with the dough ability. Ooh, let me hit it with Ice Bird. No, I just jumped straight into that. I just jumped straight into that. Okay, okay. Let me see. Ah, he got me with this piercing clothesline as well. We're going to have to hold this. We're going to have to hold this. All right, let me Ken. Ooh, we got him there. We got him there. Ice Bird. Boom, boom, boom. And we got him. 8.9k bounty. I honestly did not think we were going to be able to get that kill, but somehow the unawakened ice cooked. Now we've just got to spin 3 times, and then the 4th spin will get exceeded luck, he said. All right, first spin, here we go. It's probably not going to get something good because he said the luck's not supposed to kick until the 4th, but oh, sand fruit. Okay, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. 2 more spins to go. Spin number 2. Let's see if our luck has upgraded at all. And okay, a chop fruit. All good though. All good though, because after the 3rd spin, that is when our luck should be upgrading and increasing. All right, now spin number 3. Will this work? Nope, we get a spin fruit. But he said after spin 3, that's when the luck kicks in. So this next one has to count. Here we go, the final spin of this trick. Will it be a waste of time or will we actually get a fruit upgrade? Let's see. Come on, Zeolus, please. Oh, a dark fruit. Okay, I think this is actually the best fruit we've gotten in the video so far. Still not a mythical though. Next from Kurisu, they say equip the protagonist title and roll. With that title, Zeolus will know you stand on business. I like your thinking, Kurisu. The only question is, do I even have the protagonist title on this account? Only one way to find out. All right, here we go. go. Let's look through the titles. I don't even know where it's at. We're just gonna have to keep scrolling until we see it. So far, I don't have any. This account only has 61 out of the 177 titles. Luck of the draw, unstoppable force. Oh, the protagonist. Defeat 2 or more players at the same time. All right, all we have to do is enable that. Let me tell him I'm the protagonist. Yes, sir. A certain dominance over this man. So now he's gotta give me a good fruit. Come on. We get a bomb fruit. That did not work whatsoever. Just because that one didn't work doesn't mean that the next one won't. Next one though, defeat a sea beast with only rocket, then roll fruit. Really? Y'all really want me to do... Okay. I guess this video is testing out y'all guys' methods. And the only issue is I literally have 1 mastery on this account with Rocket, so we gotta go on a little bit of grinding, boys. Let me get this NPC here. Rocket Fist. Oh my god, this only did like a quarter of his health. Let me hit him again. Boom. Boom. There we go. Let's see how much mastery we get off of that. All right, we unlocked our next ability, Airstrike. All right. We only need 75 mastery to unlock the last ability. That's actually not that bad. Let's just quickly pack up this next one here. We should get our third ability out this guy. And Missile Fist. Come on. Damn, only 39 mastery. All right, what if I just bunched all these boys up together? Nah, I just hit them all with the Missile Fist. Boom. There we go. 52 mastery, Rocket Crash. That's really all we need, to be honest. I don't need the last ability. All right, let me get my boat, Grand Brigade. Let's sail out to sea. Hopefully this don't take too long to fight a damn sea beast. It's been maybe 3 minutes, still no sea beast, so I'm gonna start moving. I heard this increases the chance of them spawning. Uh-oh, we got some ships right here. All right, let me just quickly take care of these ones. It's kind of annoying me, I'm not gonna lie. They're trying to take down my ship, boys. Trying to prevent me from farming these damn sea beasts. Here we go, Missile Fist, boom, Airstrike. All right, there we go. Low-key, I should have went to third sea for this because the second sea beasts they just never want to spawn. I sense a disturbance in the area. We have a sea... Oh, okay, he's actually kind of packing me up. The guy said I had to solo him with Rocket. He didn't say I had to only use Rocket. We're gonna be using our God Human moves. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Because there's no way I'm about to fight this man with only Rocket. Let's see how this goes, though. Let's see how this goes, though. Missile Fist. 2,300 damage. That's not enough. That's not enough. Does my Rocket Crash even hit him? Let me see. Oh, it does. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I don't even know if I can solo this thing, bro. This is such a crazy challenge. Hold on. Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill. We need to heal up. So using Rocket Crash is a big no-no. It literally just pushes me into the water, and I do not want to die to water damage. Oh, this is so damn difficult, bro. Why is CB so damn hard? Where's the health at? 42,000? We can actually do this. Missile Fist, Airstrike. Come on, come on, come on. 13,000 health left. Please. No, no, no. One more move. One more move. One more move. One more move. We got to finish up with Rocket move. Missile Fist. There we go. Oh my gosh, bro. That was so close. I was literally like 2,000 health left. All right, now we go spin. All that work, we better get something good. Come on, Zeolus. Come on. We've got to get something good. We've got to get something good from this. And... Yo, we got a Venom. We got a Venom from this. Yo, there's no shot that actually worked. There's no shot that actually... What am I even saying? I'm not even saying English right now, bro. I can't believe the whole CB strat with Rocket actually ended up paying off. We got a Venom. First mythical of the video. So this next guy is actually a bit long. So it says eat Rocket Fruit 3 times, then type /low-key, then type /luck, then type /jujubo TV style. All right, let's see if this works. I highly doubt it will, but maybe. You never know. All right, we got 7 rockets, so we've got definitely enough rockets. Here we go. Let's eat this. That's 1 out the way. This is so dumb, bro. I'm about to waste 3 rockets. Another one down the drain. There we go. And last one here. There we go. Last rocket. Now he said type /low-key /luck. And last but not least, /jujubo TV style. Come on, come on. Give me the Jujubo TV luck. That man's got like some of the craziest luck I've ever seen. Please. You don't have enough money. Okay, well, this is actually embarrassing. Let me go fix that right now. Insufficient fund. I don't even have enough Robux or money. This is actually really embarrassing. All right, here we go. Peace has been restored. I now have the money. And I just retyped all the text just to make sure we get the maximum luck possible. Well, that obviously didn't work. That was very ridiculous. I had to spend Robux and my own money just to get a spring. This guy's strategy says try to kill all bosses in the sea you're in. This is about to be a whole damn mission, bro. All right, first things first, we've got to even make it to Port Town, like, which may be difficult because I feel like I'm about to get jumped right now. Oh, there's players right there. There's players right there. Come on, come on, come on. Just let me make it to Port Town, please. Since we're in third sea, the first boss in the agenda is the stone boss. Oh my god, oh my god. Rise, I'm about to spawn my damn boat. Oh my god, this boat just jump scared me. Yo, bro, he's tripping. You're tripping, my boy. Why? Oh, is he chilling now? He is not chilling. He is not chilling. He's stampeding towards me. Yo, hold on. Let me just quickly spawn my boat. Let me just quickly spawn my boat. Please, 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 please. Grand Brigade. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me run away. Let me run away. Wait, I think we got away. No, we did it. Oh my god, he's running my boat. He's running my boat. Bro, this is so damn menacing, dog. Oh wait, you can't do anything except he's slowly damaging my damn damn ship. Please, can you just leave me be? What did I do? Oh, wait. He's stuck behind now. He's stuck behind now. Yes, we got ahead. We got ahead. Eat my dust, mammoth. Eat my... What the... Is this man hacking? There's no shot. There's no shot. He actually just like dashed his way over here, bro. That is wild. This man is on a mission, bro. He is dedicated to killing me. I don't even understand why either. You know what? It's time to unleash the beast. It's time to unleash the beast. I'm tired of him. I'm getting tired of you, bro. You leave me no choice. Boom. Oh my god. Oh my, yo, I'm running. That's not even fair. All that struggle, we finally made it to Port Town, boys. Didn't think I would see the day. Now, is the stone boss here? Let us find out. Oh, looks like he's here. Looks like he's here. Somebody's fighting him. Somebody's fighting him. I need to get some credit. I need to get some credit. We need to quickly just start fighting him while he's still here. Flame destroyer. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's the way right there. Where did he just go? Oh, there he is right there. Now, I do have this leopard fighting with me. However, the guy didn't say we had to solo the bosses. We just have to kill every boss in the sea. So if I can get credit, I think it counts. Oh my god, this damn leopard, bro. Oh, first we had to worry about the mammoth. Now we have to worry about the leopard. What is this, a damn zoo? Just let me get enough credit to kill this man's, bro. Flame destroyer. Boom. There we go. And we got credit. Sheesh. I'll take that. I'll take that. First boss stone down. We have like 5 more to go. And this has already been so much of a struggle on this account. I'm not going to lie. Next boss we have, though, is the Island Empress. And I've actually decided to eat the love fruit just to make this easier on this account. And there she is. Island Empress. You about to catch the craziest mirror match. I ain't gonna lie. Let's make this quick. Let's make this quick, boys. Crazy how she's still using the old version of love. Meanwhile, we got the new upgraded version. And final heart shot here. That was actually pretty easy. Only a few more third sea bosses left, but next we have Kilo Admiral. This boss is irrelevant and nobody cares about her, so let's just make this quick. Let's just pack her up. This is a crazy mission. All this just for a fruit, which is probably gonna be a crap fruit, let's be real. All right, here we go. Kilo Admiral should be down. Now we've got to go over to Turtle Island where we'll fight like 3 or 4 bosses. All right, here we go. Captain Elephant right there. This is like one of the most annoying ones. I'm not gonna lie. He's like my arch nemesis. For some reason, I just always have crazy trouble with this boss. Yep, and it would appear this time is no different. All good because we got that crazy comeback flow, boys. Watch. There we go. Sheesh. And we're actually unlocking all of our love moves as we're doing this. Uh-oh, is that a player? Is that a player? Please, no. Please, no. Why? What did I do? What did I do? Just relax, bro. Relax. I'm not even trying to fight you for real, bro. I'm not even trying to fight you, bro. Please, leave me alone. You know what? You got it, bro. You got it. Because now I have this. Died recently. The players won't be able to get me now. Beautiful pirate. Here we go, boys. Heart shot, boom, Cupid zone, and that is beautiful pirate down. And we got Ken Vander. Damn. Next up, Longma, and I'm about to make this quick. We about to speed run through this like we Sonic. Oh my god, we got players in here. 2 players, bro. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this, bro? Double team was that really even necessary, bro? Well, let's just finish the job. Let's just finish the job. Let's get it. Let's get it. There we go. Longma down. 1 boss left. This has been a crazy journey. Final boss, third sea, and she's not even here. All right, what about this server? Still no. All right, we finally got into a server where she's here, but 2 people are already fighting her, so we're just going to jump in straight to the middle. Hopefully I can get credit. Hopefully these people don't just straight up jump me. Like, I've just been getting straight up bullied throughout this entire video. This time it's got to be different, though. It's got to be different. Let me kill this guy. 8.9k bounty. I'll take it. I'll take it. I should 100% have credit now. Heart shot. Yeah, we've dealt like over 40,000 damage. We should be good. Final boss here, boys. Final boss there. That was a whole damn mission and a half. Let's see if it was worth it. I spent like almost an hour doing that. Just an hour wasted. Please, Yolis. Oh, a spider fruit. Second highest roll we've gotten in the video next to the venom fruit. Although I will say this is just definitely not a mythical. Still taking that though. Trick number 10. Threat Zeolus and hold a gun in front of him. That is actually wild and I love it. Let me go ahead and pull out this acid rifle, bro. We're about to hold this man at gunpoint. All right, listen to me, Zeolus. Give me a good fruit before I find your family. I have a gun and I'm not afraid to use it. Go ahead. Give me a good fruit, my boy. Give me a good fruit. And I'm about to hold this gun to your head the entire time I'm spinning, bro. Making sure he gives me a good fruit. Come on, man. Don't make me come after your family, bruv. Well, looks like that man's about to lose a family member because I got a damn spike fruit. That just did not work. Although I have seen the craziest clips in the past where someone points a gun at Zeolus and ends up getting kitsune. So I don't know, man. Ain't work for me, though. This guy's trick is go from first sea all the way to third sea only using flash step and you will get kitsune. Why? Just Just why? I'm gonna be here for like 10 minutes. I can't believe I'm actually about to do this. This is ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and just try it out. Flash step, and that's all we get. So we have to wait until we get the flash step back, and we've got to make it over there in Middletown to make it to second seed. Should be getting my next flash step right about now. There we go. Uh-oh, I gotta get out the water. It's actually kind of perfect that I have ice on this account as well. That way I can actually attempt this. There we go. Another flash step. This is gonna take a while. Third flash step here. We're almost at Middletown, boys. It's now within reach. All right, we made it to Middletown. Now we just need one more flash step to get to the experienced captain, and then we'll be at second C. I don't know why y'all make me do these damn challenges, bro. Like, this is so dumb. But we made it to second C. This is where it's gonna start getting tough, though. I'm not gonna lie. In first C, it's chill because everyone's minding their own business. But in second C, this is where the toxicity players start to show up. I have a feeling I'm gonna be killed along the way of me trying to make it to Dock 3. That's the first flash step out the way there. Next one should be right about now. Let's see how far can I make it with this one. Can I make it this far? Yep. All right, cool. We're out of safe zone now, boys. We're out of safe zone. I'm kind of scared. Oh no, a god has arrived, Castrina. Oh my god, bro. Literally right on cue. The moment I saw that man arrived, he was already on my tail, but he actually kind of helped me out. Look, I spawned at a different area now. Not bad. Him killing me helped me there, I guess. Let us keep moving, boys. Let us keep moving. He has made this actually much easier for me since now we have this died recently PvP disabled icon. All right, we've just made it to the cafe, which is a checkpoint. So if for whatever reason I end up dying, we'll spawn back here. And we finally made it to the bridge. And I can see the end zone right there, boys. That little dock right there is our end zone. We're nearing towards the end of this little treacherous challenge. Almost there, boys. Almost there. We have one final flash step and we'll be done with this. If I don't get at least a mythical from this, I'm gonna be upset. I've spent 10 minutes just flash stepping. There we go, Mr. Captain. Wait, am I still not close enough to talk to him? That is actually wild. That is so wild. I'm right in front of him. All right, I guess one final flash step to go. There we are. Now, let's head to third C. All right, we're in Port Town. It's done. Now, all he said we had to do was flash step to third C. He didn't say we had to make it to the gacha in third C, so I'm about to fly my way over there. All right, here we are, floating turtle. The gacha awaits us. I feel like we did all that just to get a common fruit, man, but you never know. Maybe the gacha could prove us wrong. Yeah, it definitely didn't prove us wrong. All that 12 plus minutes wasted for a spike. This guy here says, do any fruit transformation and roll, you will get a mythical. Yeah, I think I could do that. Now, unfortunately, on this account, the only fruit that I have that has a transformation is the rubber fruit, and I'm almost certain this has 0 mastery. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and check. Let's see how much mastery this has. I am not confident whatsoever. Yeah, 1 mastery. Okay. Give me 1 sec, boys. And boom, 225. We got the transformation. Now let's head back to the gacha. What's good, Zeolist? Got something to show you, my boy. Let me show you this transformation. Sheesh. I'll give me a damn mythical fruit before I use this jet pistol on you, bro. Don't make me do it. I'll aim it this way for now, but if you don't give me a mythical, I will hit you with it, bro. I will hit you with it. And, well, we ended up getting a dark fruit, which is not bad, but it is not what I asked for. This next one's a bit of a long one. He says, go reset your Buddha on the first sea and walk all the way from first sea to third sea, starting from pirate starter to floating turtle. PvP a player and win 1 time, then trade someone a rocket for a mythical. I tried it and I got T-Rex. Now that is a stupid amount of stuff, but we gonna do it. All right, we're back on my main. First thing I gotta do is head all the way to third sea. Wait, what the heck? Yo, what happened to bro's pants? Yo, experienced captain, what are you doing? And you too, sea captain? Dog, they out here freeballing it? Like, bro, what did I miss? Anyways, now we are in first sea and I've got to reset a physical Buddha. Do I even have one? I do not have one. Okay. I know this is a complete trade, but I need to get through this video, bro. It's 5 a.m. I don't even care at the moment. We're getting this Buddha right now. All right, now that we got that out the way, we're on the marine starter right now. Now I've got to reset my Buddha. RIP my leopard, man. I just traded that just for me to reset a Buddha. There we go. Goodbye, Buddha. Oh my god, that was so painful. And now we're about to go through something even more painful because we have to walk from this island all the way to floating turtle in third sea, bro. This is about to be insane. I think this may be worse than the flash step one because at least with the flash step one, you get like bursts of movement. This this, I'm just moving slow the entire time. All right, we are almost at the experienced captain. We're about to be in second C shortly. All right, here we go. Experienced captain, take me to second C. All right, let's make this quick. Let's make this quick. Although I may get jumped in this, so we gotta be prepared. Let me see. What are my stats? All right, we got Blox fruit stats, and I got ice. We should be straight. If I run into anybody, I'm gonna straight hit him with the absolute zero. We're gonna be chilling. Almost at the cafe, the checkpoint. Once we get past there, it really doesn't even matter if we die. Uh-oh, I hear Kitsune. I hear Kitsune somewhere. Hold on, let me activate Ken. Ooh, there's a Kitsune right over there. There's also a lot of people over here. High populated area, boys. High populated area. I don't like this. I'm just sitting here like a walking duck, bruh. Question is, will any of them attack me? Oh, they're already fighting each other. That's interesting. I do not want to get involved. Yeah, let me just walk by all these boys like nothing happened. Hopefully none of them attack me. I'm just watching like straight up like jump combos going on. It's a Kitsune and a doe versus one Buddha. This is sad to see, and I'm just ignoring it all. All right, we're pulling up on the bridge. Uh-oh, no. Why are you even daring? Maybe he's not daring. Maybe he just wants to go by me. I don't know why it would hit me though. Definitely very confusing. Almost there, just a little bit more to third C. Here we go, boys. Mr. Captain, take me to third C, the final stretch. This here is going to be the longest part though, because I've got to go from Port Town all the way over there. Actual insanity that y'all making me go through this. Actual insanity. Oh, a Blox fruit just spawned. Maybe if that's still there after we're done doing this gacha test, I'll go get it. And a pirate raid? Okay, this is a lucky server. This is a lucky server. Now I've just gotta endure all this by walking. Oh, a 9.5 million bounty player just joined. Let me go ahead and pre-prep. Curve Steel Katana. Let me equip that Soul Guitar. We're ready. Uh-oh, there he is right there. There mans is right there. This is not good. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Please don't do it. Oh my God. I didn't want to have to do it to you, bucko. Why do they always make me do it? Hold on. You know what? Forget it, bro. You leave me no choice. You leave me no choice, bro. You want to do this to me? I'll go back to my placement beforehand, boys, but I'm not about to let this boy just kill me and reset all my progress. I'm about to pack him up and ship him out. You ain't like that. You ain't not like that. Icebird, boom. Let me hit him here, boom. Yup, you're getting packed. Get him there. Don't run now, bucko. Do not run now. You're not the only one I can go V4. Boom. GG. 17k honor. You should have left me be, bro. You should have left me be. Now I'm going back to walking. We're almost at turtle. After we get the turtle, we then have to 1v1 somebody and win. Then we have to trade someone a rocket for a mythical, which is not even possible unless you do the permanent. And then we roll. Any second now. And there we go. The floating turtle text has appeared. So I'm going to say we officially made it to floating turtle, boys. It's time to pack someone up. And considering we're using the ice fruit, this should be very easy. I mean, we just beat a 9.4 million on the water. Looks like we've got a player right over here, huh? Let's get him. Boom. Let's get him with this. Glacier. And I'll take that. 11k honor. That was it. That was our kill. Now, what I'm about to do is we have to get a permanent rocket by that, and somehow we've got to get a mythical out of this. Let me say trading perm rocket for gravity. That's like totally not a scam, you know what I mean? Like that's a fair trade. All right, we found somebody that has a gravity. I'm trading permanent rocket and sound. He didn't say it had to be only rocket, so I had to sweeten the deal to get this trade. This is still technically a mythical for rocket though, so there we go. Trade completed. Now we can finally do the spin. This one took so long to do, so I'm hoping. Hey, look, this guy right here says Slash is Yola's best admin. He's doing his own little trick right here. Looks like it didn't work for him. Let me see if mine works though. I did all this. I'm probably gonna get something bad, but let's see, boys. Magma fruit. It's actually not bad. Not good though. Not very good though. Considering the amount of work I put into that, it is not worth it. Either these tricks are dookie cheeks or my luck is just that bad. Honestly, it's hard to tell which is true. Next though, Ichigo says use Rengoku, hold the X move and type Bankai. Oh, I'm about to have fun with this one. Let me go ahead and look for the Rengoku. There we go. All right, let's get it. Bankai. Zanka no Tachi. All right, I'm getting a little carried away with this. Let me type in Bankai. Hit him with that. Boom. And let's go for the spin, boys. Let's go for the spin. This is about to be the most legendary spin of all because of the Yamamoto Bankai. Come on. That is just so crazy, bro. Like, I gave him the whole Bankai thing and everything, bro, and he still gave me a damn rocket fruit. Another one that didn't work. Kiyotaka says reset with a dragon and do a gacha, and he put in parentheses worked for me. This is so painful. I feel like I've done some of the craziest things in this video just for the sake of trying to prove these real or fake. None of them have worked. I doubt this is going to, but we gotta do it. I can't believe I'm actually considering this, let alone actually fully going through with it. Dragon is a technically unobtainable fruit right now. You can't get it from the gacha. You can't buy it permanent. You can't get it from Notifier. And I'm about to reset with it. That is like Oh my gosh. Please give me a mythical, please. Well, boys, we did it. We got the mythical falcon fruit. Oh my god, bro. That is just not what I was looking for. So all you've got to do to get aimbot is go to settings, change full screen to window, pull out the buddy sword, and all you have to do is when you want to hit somebody, hold the buddy sword X move, right click the window at the top and let it go. You can see even though the target was moving, it hit where his hitbox used to be, basically giving you aimbot. Now that there was just one of the 39 more insane glitches that we have to test. And trust me, the last one is crazy. For glitch number 2, we have a slingshot glitch. And for this one, you need 2 people. So I've got my boy, the glitch master, Fulgurus. So what I have to do is I have to go in the air and hold Curse Katana X down. And what he's going to do is go in the air and hold Yama X down. And it's going to flingshot me right there. You guys can see right there. Pretty weird glitch, but it's also interesting. Now, if you thought that was cool, I think you're really going to like this one. For number 3, we have an E-Claw fling glitch. So for this glitch, you obviously need E-Claw equipped. And then the next step is you need to go to settings and put your full screen to windowed once again. Then what you need to do is hold E-Claw X, go up to the top, let go, then freeze for a second. And then you can see right there, it flings you really far. Like, that is crazy. This could definitely be useful for getting away in certain situations if you can time it good. Now, this next glitch concerns none other than the sound fruit. And for this glitch, basically, it's stacking the F move right here. Now, to do this, you need 2 permanent fruits. One being obviously sound permanent, and you need another one to swap to. Now, you see this equip button right here. If you click it once, it shows confirm. What you need to do is you need to get it to that confirm stage, quickly use F, then swap. Something like this. Now, you can see I unequipped it. I'm on Spider, and we still have the sound flight activated. And the cool thing about this is it infinitely stacks. So we're about to do it again right here. You see, now I've got 2 of them going at once, and now I've got like literally like 20 of them stacked. Like, this is crazy. And to take it even further beyond, this is what it looks like when you stack like 50 of them. It starts actually lagging the game. Pretty cool, right? Well, if you didn't think that one was cool, you might find this next one a bit useful. So similar to the sound glitch, for this one, we're gonna do the same premise, except we're gonna do it with flame. A flame's flight is not that bad, but it's also not that fast. Like, this is as fast as you go with flame. However, what if I told you we could make that 10 times faster using this glitch? All you have to do is do the same thing we did with sound. Equip to another fruit and quickly use the flight. And you can see we did it first try, and I am like literally zooming right here, boys. Like, this is crazy. Like, let me teleport to an open island, like Sea Castle. Look at that, boys. Look at that. We are just straight zooming. Sheesh. Now, glitch number 6 is gonna blow your mind. All you have to do for this one is transform into the leopard transformation like this. You have to be right on top of somebody like so. Use the spiraling kick and aim it kind of down. Now, it didn't work that time there because you have to be aligned fully, so it may take us a while. Just so you guys can see proof, we are in the safe zone right now, and we are not allied. There you go, see right there. Now you can come out and attack them. A perfect trick to use against AFK players. Moving on to glitch number 7, we have another leopard glitch. Now for this one, after using all 10 of your geppos in air, what you want to do is you want to use spiraling kick, hold it for a little bit, have your camera straight, and you will get all 10 of your geppos back because it's almost like you're standing on it. I thought they patched this one a while back, but it seems like there's another way to do it. See that? Look at that, just straight infinite geppos, boys. Sheesh. Now this next glitch is gonna sound sus, but you could make a Buddha ride a dragon. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but let me show you how. So for this one, you also need 2 people, and I actually don't know how to perform this one, so my boy Fufu is going to show me how to do it here. So he's got the flamingo flight right now, and he's gonna mount me on the flamingo flight with him, and then he's gonna quickly swap over to a different fruit. Now you can see he swapped over the dragon, and then he said just wait for meter now. Now for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to Buddha while he waits for his dragon meter to go up. Now that he's full, we can see he's about to transform right here, boys. This is about to look crazy. See that right there? I'm literally in his mouth. Like, I told y'all this is a sus one. Now the piece de resistance. Sheesh. We have a Buddha riding the head of a dragon. Okay, yeah, this glitch is really sus, I'm not gonna lie, but there it is. There's how you do it. But if you want to take it a step further, what you have to do is you have to ally the person you're riding, and now we have a dual team attack. He could just fly me by somebody, and I could just straight attack him with anything. Soul Guitar moves, any move you want. Twilight of the Gods, like this is straight destruction right here. Low-key an OP glitch if you actually abuse this. Now, being able to ride on a dragon is cool enough, but for glitch number 9, you can also do it with Mammoth. Let me show you. All right, here we go. He was able to do it this time. He's got the Mammoth F, and now we are just straight flying in the air with this thing. Sheesh. Let me switch back over to Buddha. Look at that, boys. Look at that. That is actually so cursed. That is actually so cursed, boys. But this is a perfect glitch for trolling. Like, imagine you just pull up as a flying mammoth. They ain't gonna know what to do. Now moving on to glitch number 10. And for this one, you need to be in a server that has high ping to make it easier. Once you're in a high ping server, you need to have the love fruit permanent, equip it, do the same thing we did with the love flight earlier. Now you can see we are in Flamingo, but I can't move because I did the glitch, right? Now we have Ghost equipped while we are in Flamingo flight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use Ghostbusters and something cool is gonna happen. All right, here we go. Let's use our ultimate. And now we have right here, all the Ghostbusters are literally flying Flamingo flights. They're using 2 fruits at once. Look at that. Look at them, boys. He posing out here. And while we're on the Flamingo flight, for our next glitch, number 11, you could use multiple moves while on Flamingo flight. Now, normally, as you guys can see right here, you can only use love moves while on Flamingo flight. All the other icons down at the bottom are grayed out, meaning I can't click on E-Claw, my other weapons, or guns. However, my friend Fufu found the glitch to where you're able to. Now, I don't know how to do the glitch, and I wouldn't be able to anyways because you need a controller to do it. But you can see in this clip right here, he's clearly flying on the Flamingo flight. He's able to use his Curse Dual Katana moves, his Dragon Talon moves, and Soul Guitar moves all at once while being able to use the love moves as well. This is kind of OP and low-key too toxic, so I'm not going to show you how to do that one, but it's there nonetheless. For glitch number 12, this one can actually get you banned, so tread lightly. So to do this one, what you need is you need to have E-Claw equipped as well as Convander. And you also need to pull out a trusty auto clicker. Once you activate your auto clicker, you guys can see I'm clicking right now. What you want to do is you want to swap between Convander and Electric Claw as fast as you can. And basically, you guys can see right here, I'm constantly swapping, which is allowing me to float. And if you do this long enough, you will be kicked from the game, which we're going to try to showcase right now. You guys can see right there, you were kicked from the experience. Stop trying to lag the server or you will be banned. That's crazy. Useless glitch, but it's honestly cool to see that this actually could get you banned. Moving on though, for glitch number 13, we have another aimbot glitch. So you remember earlier in the video where I did it with the buddy suit? Well, there's actually more things you can use it with. In this case, we're going to be using the spider fruit. And in order for this to work, you need to have the C move unawakened. So it's got to be overheated sniper instead of the awakened version. And obviously, same as the buddy sword, you need to have the full screen set to windowed. So we've got a moving target now. Let's see how this works. All right, overheated sniper. Boom. There you guys go. He hit him even though he was moving. Now, glitch number 14 is a bit of a goofy one. Now, to do this, you need pole V1. And what you got to do is you have to equip and unequip pole V1 while doing lightning rain real quick. So we're going to try to time it over here. Unequip. Lightning rain. Okay, I wasn't able to time it that time. Let's try it one more time. We have to unequip and press X right at the same time. Okay, this time my character got stuck, which means I need to reset, try again. But you know what they say, boys? Third time's a charm. I asked him in chat. He says you have to unequip first, then press the move really quick. So we're gonna try it one more time. Let's see how it goes. All right. There we go. I got it. So once you're in this pose right here after unequipping it, this is where it begins. So you can see my hands up right now. So if I were to pull out something like a fruit, you can see the fruit is just spinning, bro. Same thing if I pull out a gun. My gun is literally just swinging it around town right now, bro. So yeah, like I said, this one is definitely a more goofy one. Hold on. What if I try this with like the kitsune fruit, bro? I wonder how that looks. That's funny as hell, bro. Oh, you know what fruit I gotta do it with, boys? I gotta do it for the memes. Spin fruit, spinning. Sheesh, bro. Who would have thought, man? This actually might be one of my favorite glitches. This is just funny. Very hard to time, though. Now, this next one is not so much of a glitch, but an interesting fact. So we all know what mastery does in this game. The higher mastery you have on an item, weapon, fighting style, or fruit, the more damage you deal. But what if I told you it wasn't that simple? This is gonna sound confusing, and I don't know if this is a glitch, but the mastery doesn't depend on the attack you're using, but it depends on what weapon you're holding. So let me give you an example. On my soul guitar, I have 385 mastery. So if I do an M1 on somebody while holding the soul guitar, it does 1,065 damage. However, if I tab out of soul guitar as the M1's going, look at the damage now. M1 on tab out, it only does 854. And the same thing applies for moves. If I use soul guitar X and hold soul guitar X the entire time, you guys can see the damage is a lot. I mean, that's almost 4,000 damage. Now let's do that same move, but this time I'll stop holding soul guitar in the middle of the move. You guys see right here, now the damage is much less. So the mastery scaling doesn't just apply to the attack in general, it only applies if you're holding out the weapon, fighting style, or fruit while the attack's going on. But glitch number 16 gets a little more interesting if you ask me. So once again, for this one, you need 2 different people, one person with the spiky trident and one person with Phoenix. In this case, I'm going to be the Phoenix. So what the Phoenix user needs to do is transform into blazing plumage. Now what we need to do is we need to go by the ocean to the guy that has a spiky trident, look down, and hold Phoenix X. Now, you guys can see right there, when he uses spiky trident X, it glitches you, pushes you through the map. It just goes crazy. And depending on what angle you're at, it can actually react differently. Like in this clip of my friend doing it here, you guys can see it actually teleported him to the water instead of teleporting to the land like it did for us. But if you didn't think that Phoenix glitch was interesting, I've got another one for you. So with this glitch, you'll be able to use the Phoenix transformation moves without even having to be in the transformation itself. And it's honestly really simple. All you've got to do is pull out a smoke fruit. You guys can see it's in my backpack. And as soon as you press blazing plumage, you pull out the smoke fruit. You guys can see here, now I am invisible. And as you guys can see, we have literally all of the awakened moveset right here. Flame Exodus. This is the awakened one, right? M1. 21. We have Swift Flight right here, which is an Awaken moveset, and I'm not even in transformation. Only caveat though is if you use Cremation Flames, it'll put you in transformation and deactivate it. Definitely a good glitch to troll people with. Moving on though, for glitch number 18, we have a way to glitch boats on land. All you need for this is to have the barrier fruit. I have it right here, so let's go ahead and equip. What you need to do is you need to use the X move while sitting at the same time to glitch the boat on land. So we're gonna try to time this as good as we can. Let's see. Here we go. Let's do it right here. There we go. We got the boat glitched on land. So you have to kind of sit first, jump, and then you have to aim it right there. However, this isn't the best place to do it. So we're gonna go to Sea Castle so you guys can see a better demonstration. Here we go. We got the Miracle boat. I'm gonna have my boy Fufu do it since he's more consistent at it. And then you guys can see right there, he got the boat on land. And this thing is buggy as hell. Like, hold on, let me just try to ride this thing. This is about to be buggy as hell, boys. And you can keep doing this glitch to get it even higher and higher and get the boat basically wherever you want it. Only problem is when you get it on land, it starts doing this. Like what the hell is bro doing? And while we're on the topic of boats, this next glitch actually lets you fly a boat. Now to do this one is super easy. All you gotta do is just spawn the boat, go in Phoenix Flight, and try to sit as you activate the Phoenix Flight. You can see my boy Fufu is doing it right now. May take a few tries, you may get flung a few times, but once you get it, you'll be flying pretty. Here he goes, he's about to do it right now. It's all about the timing. Gotta sit and use the flight at the same time. There he goes right there. Now we have a flying boat. Look at that. You can roll up on people in the air. Like, look at this, bro. Sheesh. Drive-by. You can do drive-bys in this game, man. Honestly, a crazy glitch. But if by chance you didn't think that was crazy, let me show you what you can do with this. This next one allows you to scoop players out of safe zone with the flight boat glitch. So just to show y'all guys, I'm in combat right now. I'm gonna reset so we can be in safe zone. Say you're an AFK player just standing right here, right? He's gonna swoop me up out of safe zone. All he's gotta do is just position the boat like this, and it literally puts you in there, and they can just put you out of safe zone and kill you like this. But moving on to glitch number 21, this one is gonna be game changing. So we all know about admin Uzoth and his ability to use OP fun, which basically makes it to where you have no cooldowns and can spam abilities constantly. But what if I told you that there was a glitch that grants you OP fun? Well, kind of. So in order to do this, you need to leave a game and rejoin to a brand new server. Now the timing is kind of hard for this, so you may have to do this multiple times. But once you join a server, what you have to do is you have to go to items, go all the way down to the GT sword, and before you click equip, quickly tab in and tab out of the number where your sword is on the hotbar. So it should go something like this, like that. How you know you did it correctly is the weapon down below will be highlighted blue, but there will be no HUD or UI on the right. Now to demonstrate this ability, you guys can see right here, GTX, I'm able to spam it multiple times over, basically giving me OP fun, boys. You can also do this with the first move, except it's just kind of like a visual bug. Now this is cool and all being able to use OP fun with GT, but I bet you didn't know that there are multiple other weapons you can use this with, but we'll get into those later. Now this next glitch is dangerous. So we all know this dome move right here, piece and clothesline. What if I told you there was a glitch to where you could escape it? Now to activate this glitch, all you've got to do is go to settings and make sure you're on Windows mode. Now I'm gonna tell him hit me with it again. This time when he uses it, I'm going to freeze right here, right before it ends. I'm gonna freeze. That way I can escape from it and he's not able to combo extend, just like you guys saw right there. This is honestly like a doe neutralizer, which is crazy. I hope this doesn't get patched soon because I just may have used this one myself. Glitch number 23 isn't as useful as the other one, but it's still good for trolling. So if you use a control area and hit someone with a gamma rush and then leave the game as soon as the gamma rush hits, then rejoin, you guys will see once we rejoin the server, he is now stuck in this place. Man just gotta sit there and take it. Yes, sir. Ain't no escaping this. Hold on, pause. He said, all right, bro. This is how it looks on the receiving end. So he's about to hit me with the gamma rush and instantly leave. And I am stuck. I can't even dash. I can't even do anything. Moving on though, this next glitch, we have an immortal NPC glitch. Now to do this glitch, all you need to do is equip the love fruit. And once you got the love fruit equipped, then you have to go to an NPC. For our demonstration, we're going to use an elite pirate. And there the elite pirate is right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this elite pirate and force him on my flamingo ride. Then what we have to do is we have to take him all the way to a safe zone. Now essentially what this glitch is doing is it's confusing the game. Normally after an NPC gets too far from its spawn point, it despawns. But as you can see, the NPC has not despawned, and now it can't even be hit. Fufu is trying to hit the NPC, but it's just become invincible. This is honestly a scary glitch because if you get enough people to do this, you could make a quest nearly impossible to do. It's like the ultimate troll. Now, glitch number 25 is a portal glitch that will actually get you kicked from the game. So all you have to do is you have to go to the Blox gacha or get a notifier. However way you got to get a physical fruit, it needs to be droppable though. You got a ghost fruit. All right, now what we have to do is we have to place the fruit on the ground, drop it. We have to be at the perfect distance. I'm gonna say right here should be fine. Now we're gonna use Dimensional Rift. Okay, looks like I was a bit too close because you don't want to pick up the fruit. You want the fruit to be on the ground when you go into the Dimensional Rift. So we're gonna have to retry this. Essentially what we're trying to do is we're trying to trick the game, make it think I'm picking up the fruit, even though I'm still not close enough to pick up the fruit as I'm going into my dimension. And then it's supposedly supposed to kick from the game. So let's try it one more time. There we go. Disconnected, kick from the experience. Works every time. Although I don't know why it kicks you. It's just, it's kind of weird. Now this next glitch, I guarantee you're gonna find useful in PvP. So for this one, you need God Human, and you're gonna use Soaring Beast, but flick your screen up and down while staying in the air. It's gonna go something like this. And while you do that, you have increased momentum. You guys can see right here, I was able to go a crazy amount of distance by doing that. Whereas if you just did the God Human Soaring Beast normally, you would only be able to have minimal distance gain. Hey, remember that OP fun glitch I did with GTA earlier, right? And you remember me saying you could do it with other weapons. Well, what if I told you you could do it with one of the best weapons in the game, Darkblade? So similar to how we did it with GTA, you have to join the game on a fresh server, click on Darkblade, quickly double tap the hotbar number your sword is at, like this. You guys can see we did it perfectly first try. It's highlighted and we have no HUD. Now this one's not as useful as the GTA one. Like you could literally abuse the GTA one and get momentum. This one, it's just kind of more visual. Like it just looks like you're doing the dark air slash over and over and over again, which you can still use to troll people, but it's not as cool as GTA in my opinion. However, don't worry, there's still one more weapon that we can do OP fun with that I think is cooler than how it looks with the Darkblade. Now that OP fun Darkblade glitch wasn't that useful, but I guarantee this one will be. Because for glitch number 28, we have the super jump glitch. Now to do this, all you have to do is go to settings, change your movement mode from default all the way to click to move. Now what you need to do is right click, and whenever you right click, you guys can see it'll move where your cursor is. What you need to do is you need to jump and right click at the same time, then press dash, and it'll fling you forward. This is useful because I see a lot of people personally using this in PvP to like run away, avoid attacks, catch up to people, whatever. Like if you get really smooth at it, you'll be able to do it consistently. Like that. It is a bit RNG though, because sometimes it flings you further and sometimes it doesn't. This time it did. Overall though, pretty fire if you ask me. Now this next glitch, you can make an NPC frozen in the air. For this example, we're gonna use one of these elite pirates. And to do this, we have to use God Human C, but aim it up. Right after you have to do that, you have to transport to any island other than Hydra Town or wherever the elite pirate is. And then you teleport back and they should be stuck in the air. All right, let's teleport back to Hydra Town. Let's see if it worked. And it didn't work for me. For some reason, it's not working when I try to do it. However, my friend just took a clip of it working when he did it. You guys can see in this clip right here, the elite pirate is stuck in the air, just floating there, and he's invincible. You can't even attack him. You can't do anything. So you could literally make it to where people can't farm elite pirates in the server and force them to hop. That's toxic. Glitch number 30, Cyborg super jumps. We're almost at the end. Now, normally in Cyborg V4, you already have these jumps right here, which are not bad. They go far. I'm not gonna lie. But what if I told you you could easily double the length they go? All you have to do is pull out soul guitar, and whenever you jump, M1 with the soul guitar. And when you do that, it'll increase the distance a lot. Look at that. That is a soul guitar jump. This is a normal jump. See the distance increase? Another useful tip y'all should use in PvP. 10 more glitches to go. Now glitch number 31 is a bit tough to recreate, so my friend got a clip for us. Do you remember earlier when we were able to make a bolt fly with Phoenix? Well, you're also able to do it with Kitsune, as you can see in this clip right here. The only thing is with Kitsune, it is very glitchy and sometimes just teleports you in random places like you see here. Like look at that, he just randomly teleported up and then the bolt just fell. And on top of being able to make a bolt fly with Phoenix and Kitsune, you're also able to do it with Drag. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, but for glitch number 32, it gets even better. So for glitch number 32, we're gonna do the same thing we just did in the previous one. We're gonna make a boat fly with Kitsune. However, this time it's gonna be different. So you guys can see he's trying to position me to sit in the boat right now. And you guys can see the boat is really glitching, and it's going to glitch to the point to where we literally just die. Look at that. We literally just die. I don't know why this happens, but it's just crazy. That was one of the most random glitches we have in the video, but it's there. And now for glitch number 33, the coolest OP fun in my opinion. OP fun with Fox Lamp. This one is so cool in my opinion because look, you can just stack the Fox Lamp Z and it's just there like that. Like look at that. That looks so clean, bro. Now obviously the GTA is the most useful and practical because of the movement you get out of it, but I feel this one is the coolest one. Now if you thought OP fun with Fox Lamp was OP, trust me, it gets even better because for glitch number 34, it's also possible to do OP fun with the Flame Fruit. Now this one's the hardest to do out of all of them, but you can see my friend was able to complete it right here. Now this one is just a visual, but he's able to do the C move multiple times. He's about to showcase that right here. You can see right here, look at this. OP fun with flame. Man's actually moving like uzoth out here, dog. But to do the OP fun glitch with fruits versus weapons, it's a lot more difficult, and I was not able to do it myself. But aside from that, glitch 35, we have beast fruit stacking. This one's super easy to do and honestly one of my favorites. You need to have 2 people to have permanent Kitsune, or at least a physical Kitsune. Both Kitsune users have to get all their tails available so they can transform. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. That's 1 tail, 2 tail, and that's 3 tails right there. Next up, you have to ally with the person that's transformed into Kitsune. Now that we're allied, you mount him. Then he has to go over to this NPC right here, remove Blox fruit. And once he removes it, I can transform while I'm mounted to him. And we are now on top of each other. Pause. That's really sus. And there's no limit to how many you can stack this. If you have a server full of 12 kitsunes, all 12 could stack onto each other and you could have a tower of kitsune. Pretty fire. Glitch number 36, invisible beast fruit. This works with multiple different fruits such as mammoth, T-Rex, leopard, and dragon. In my case, I'm going to do it with mammoth. So all you have to do is equip mammoth, and as you're about to transform, pull out a smoke fruit or any fruit in general. Let's go ahead and transform, and I mistimed it that time. Me. Let's try that one more time. Transform, smoke fruit, and there you guys go. You can see I'm invisible right now, and we have the hitbox of a Buddha. Look at this. Like, look how big this fox lamp is. Pause. Bro, there's been so many pauses this video. I promise it's not on purpose. Fire glitch though. Just 4 more glitches left and things are about to start heating up. For glitch number 37, we have a glitch that is similar to the control ultimate we did earlier, except this time it's using dough. So I'm gonna have Fulgurus right now use Doughfist Fusillade on me, and he's going to leave. And what it's going to do is it's going to make my character freeze, unable to move. Let me say right now, go. All right, he's using Doughfist Fusillade on me. Now he's about to leave the game. And now that he's left, I'm stuck right here. I can't even move. Same exact as the control one. That's with dough. Now, I have no idea why you'd want to use this glitch. Maybe if you're trying to troll somebody and stun them while your friend kills them, but it's pretty devious. For glitch number 38, we have another control one. So what you have to do is you have to activate your room, go to the edge of your room, use levitate, then quickly walk out of your room. And you guys can see it'll cause the item to stay in here without exploding. You have to do it really quick though. You guys can see, let me do it like this. Boom. Yep. Now it's just stuck there. You guys can see it didn't explode. I'm gonna do it with this tree again. Boom. Didn't explode. It's just stuck there. So that's a pretty cool control glitch you can use to just kind of destroy their map and just troll a little bit. Glitch number 39, we have the invincibility glitch. This one's gonna be fire. Now to do this glitch, what you need to do is go in a raid. My friend Fufu is about to start it right now. He's saying in chat, basically we do any raid, and at last island you equip flame and don't exit awakened room normally. You TP out of it and teleport to surface, and then you become immortal. So to do this, we've got to complete an entire raid. Let's go ahead and just speed run this thing. Island 1 done there, and now final island available. We go ahead and switch over to flame right now. Now all we need to do is just complete the raid. Last NPC there. There we go. We're teleporting into the room right now. Now we need to glitch out of it. We can't talk to the NPC. We got to try to find the correct area to glitch through the wall. I think it's right over here. Or is it right over here? I don't remember where. Let's try it here. Yep, there we go. Now that we're out of the room, we have to teleport above the land by going like right over here. There we go. And now that we're above land, we are invincible. Just to prove it to you, I'm going to have my friend try to attack me. He won't be able to. Here we are right here. Let's see if my friend can attack me. Nope. Can't do anything. Can't do anything. He has hockey on and everything. I don't even need my Ken. Like, this is so OP of a glitch, boys. Can we fight NPCs though? Oh, we can fight NPCs. So this seems like a fire glitch if you ask me. It makes you impervious to players. You can't be attacked by players and you can still farm. Low-key, you could just use this glitch as a shield for grinding if you're low level. But with that glitch out the way, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the final glitch of the video. The 40th one. And trust me, this one is literally game breaking. Now for this one, I'm not going to show how to do it because when I say it's game breaking, I literally mean it. But if you look behind me, my friend right now is destroying the buildings permanently in the game. Like, these buildings are permanently like this. They're not going to respawn. You could mess up the entire map like this if you chose. It's honestly insane. All right, hold on. Let's just have some fun with this. He's got a bunch of these little buildings out. Let's transform into mammoth and just start messing around with these things. Like, look at this. You could just like play like this a sandbox game with these buildings, bro. This is crazy. Like, bro, look at just the straight havoc we're causing. We're like literally messing up the entire map. Just all types of buildings everywhere. And this isn't even the worst. Like, look at Cafe. All these buildings just chilling everywhere. You can't tell me this glitch ain't insane. I wasn't joking when I said it was game breaks. And the timer starts now. So for the first method, it looks like we're looking at a diamond chest method. He's looking at the jungle right now. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is the one right under the Saber quest line. I wonder how much you get for this one though. I haven't done it in a long time. Let's see. He gets 2,367 for that. Now we gotta try this. So all he did was just teleport to the jungle, go over here, all the way over to this NPC here, go down in the secret area. Let's see how much we get for it with 2 times the money. 2,565. That's actually not that bad. And it's a guaranteed chance to be there. So if we go ahead to server hop, it should be there once again. There we go. This time we only got 2,000 for it. But this is actually a pretty consistent method. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see how much we get after 30 minutes of doing it. And after about 30 minutes of searching these chests, I was able to earn 200,000, which if you do the math is about 400,000 money per hour consistently. And if you compare this to the final method of our video, this is nothing. Next method, fastest way to get 25 million belly in first sea. All right, you got my attention. First, it says boss reset. I'm assuming he's just fighting a bunch of boss. Smartest boss is Yeti, gives 10,000. Oh, Yeti gives 10,000? I didn't even know that. Second, sky chest reset. So he's at the upper sky Pia pyramid, and it looks like he's going to the secret area to get the gold. There's 8 gold chests, he said. And then the last method, kill Whitebeard to give a lot of money. Okay, that last method I'm not going to do because that's a raid boss, but at the very least, we'll check out these 2 methods. First one, he went to snow, and he summoned the Yeti boss. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a boss respawn, and let's see how much we get from this boss. And just to make it better, we're also going to accept the Yeti quest, which gives us 10,000 per quest. All right, let me go ahead and fight the Yeti. Here we go, and 1 and 1, and we get 21,000. Damn, plus the 10,000 we got from the chest. The only issue is this is not as consistent because while you can server hop, just because you server hop doesn't mean the boss is going to be there. Just for example, let's say we go to a Texas server and spawn in, you can see the Yeti is not there. So let's see how consistent this next method is. So for this next one, we have to go to Upper Sky Pia, and then it'll be this pyramid you automatically teleport on. And if you go under it, there'll be a secret passageway, which you can break the wall, and inside of it, there will be 8 chests total. Now, I think each one of these gives anywhere between like 500 to 1,000. Like right here, we got 905, 1,048, 890. Oh, this is actually pretty good, bro. Like total, I think we got probably close to 18,000 just off that. We're at 234,000 right now. Let's do a couple more server hops and let's see where we're at. All right, second time rolling through. Let's get it. There we go. All the chests, and we're already at 253,000. Sheesh. This method ended up being so effective. I ended up farming it for an hour, and it got me 1.5 million. We are now 1% done with the final goal. We just got to get 99 more million before we're done. But this method ended up actually being pretty good. We started off with 250K and ended up with 1.5 million. So if you do the math, that's 1.2 million per hour, which is not bad, I'm not gonna lie, but we need better. Lucky for us though, according to this wiki, the next method we are going to grind is considered to be the best first sea method. How to grind money fast in first sea? Okay, looks like he's at the Marine Fortress. First method is to kill Vice Admiral. Really? Vice Admiral? This is like one of the best first sea methods? You will need to do the Vice Admiral's quest and kill it. Okay. It gives 15K money and it's easy to kill. Ooh, 15K money to kill him. That's actually not that bad, bro. That's 30K with 2 times money. And if you have premium, I think you get like 10% more. So it should be like 34K. All right, let's go to Marine Fortress. Hopefully he's here. Yep, there he is right there. All right, so I guess the quest gives 15,000 EXP and I think we get about 1,000 for killing him. Let's go ahead and find out. Boom. 31,500 belly plus 1,000 for killing him. That is actually not bad. And I killed him in 2 moves. Now, similar to the Yeti, this is an issue because every time you server hop, he's not guaranteed to be there. But let's go ahead and server hop and let's see if he's there. There he is right there. We got lucky a second time, boys. All right, say less. We're already almost at 1.6 million money. So you get almost 100,000 for just killing him twice. I can see why this is a lot faster. This is definitely a better method than the other one. I can tell already. And last Vice Admiral there. 21 hours remain. We spent about 2 hours farming this guy, but I would say it was well worth it because we hit $10 million. 10% of the way there, and I must say this was honestly such a fire method. But we got to speed things up because if I don't hit 100 million before the timer runs out, I've got to give away 5 permanent kitsenays. So it's time for the second sea methods, where everything from bosses, chests, and even NPCs gives slightly more money. How to get $10 million a day. Okay, you got my attention. This is a second sea method. Our first one, his step says go to Snow Mountain. Okay, go here. What's he doing? What type of method is this going to be? Do Buddha glitch. Oh, is this going to be like an AFK type of method where you just like stand there with an auto clicker? Yep. Okay. I like the way this sounds. It's like 3 a.m. right now anyway, so I could just put this on and then go to sleep. He says enjoy being rich at the end. Hey, I'll be the judge of that. All right, so we got to teleport to snow. Then we got to equip the Buddha fruit. Now, he used the fighting style, but I'm going to use a sword just to get extra AoE. And also, I'm going to stand right here instead of where he said because I believe this gives me better coverage. All right, it's time to pull out the auto clicker. Let's see if this works. Okay. Oh, I'm hitting both NPCs at the same time. All right, that's not bad. 1,500, 1,800 money per NPC. Now, we're at 10 million belly right now while I'm starting this method. And we've currently got 20 hours, 52 minutes remaining. I'm going to let this run while I take a nap. And let's see how much money we get after a few hours. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been about 5-6 hours. I took a nap. We got 15 hours, 11 minutes remaining. For the amount of money we gained, it's actually quite disappointing. We're at 10.6 million. We literally gained 600K in like six hours. Crazy part about it is he said in the beginning how to get $10 million a day, but if I only got 600K in like 6 hours, times that by 4, and I would only have 2.4 million for the entire day. That is like the worst method. Even the one in first, he was better than that. Hopefully this next method's better. This guy says save your spawn a cursed ship, 100,000 50,000 plus in less than 10 minutes. That's already like 10 times better than my current one. So it looks like this is going to be the cursed ship method. I believe there's like a ton of chests that spawn on cursed ship in all these rooms right here. Yeah, there should be a chest in like every room. They're gold chests too, so these actually give a decent amount. This looks like it's actually a solid one. So it looks like he's just going through all the rooms. Is it just these rooms right here? This will get you 17,000 to 20,000 each time you server hop. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Got all those chests, and if you have 2 times the money, I'm pretty sure it's even more maybe. Okay, so he goes on that room. He goes over to the other side of the room. Should be some chests over there behind the couch. Yep. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. With me having portal, this should be pretty easy too. Let's go ahead and check. Hopefully the chests are actually there. All right, looks like this chest is actually here. Okay, cool. Is the chest actually in this room? Yep, gold chest too. All right, yo, this is actually not bad, and it should be here every time I server hop, I believe. Another one right there. We're getting like 2,000 like to 3,000 each one too. Another one here. Last but not least here. Wait, I forgot we got to go over to the other side of the room too. Get these chests over here. There's only one on this side behind this couch, and then there we're done. We'll go ahead and server hop. All right, we've just server hop. Let's see if all the chests are there this time. All right, we got this right here. Boom. Over here. Boom. Looks like the chests spawn there every single time, every time you server hop. So this is actually a really good method, boys. You could just spam this over and over and over again, and you could really earn even more depending on if you're faster the server hop or not. We got 15 hours flat on the clock. Let's do this method for 30 minutes and see how much we get. I've already done a bunch of server hops, probably like at least 50 server hops, and I'm not gonna lie, so far the progress has actually been pretty good, better than the video said it would be. Oh ho ho ho, you found a strange item in the chest? I was just doing a normal run, boys. We ended up getting a fist of darkness. So if we go ahead and go to the dark arena, we can spawn Darkbeard, and the amount of money I get from this raid will count towards the total amount of money for the farm method. I actually didn't expect to get a damn fist of darkness, bro. I'm kind of surprised. All right, let's go ahead and just pack up Darkbeard real quick. I need to hurry up and get as much damage as I can before people start showing up. I can see people showing up right now in the distance. Is that a max level player? Okay, hold on. I'll deal with him after this. Let me go ahead and just... Oh, he has V4 active. Okay. That's interesting. That is interesting right there. Okay, hold on. Let me just deal with this player right here. Boom. Let me get him. There we go. Oh my god, a kid today? Oh, brother. I can't even just farm bosses anymore, boys. There we go. Boom. What the heck is going on here? Bro's using dragon? Oh, nah. I'm about to put an end to this. Whole thing, bro. Hold up. Boom. And last but not least, took care of that dragon user. Sheesh. Now I gotta take care of this kitsune, bro. There you go. Got the kitsune there. Now we can just focus on the bosses. I really had no reason to do that, but it was just annoying me how they kept hitting me with their moves, bro. Let's go ahead and just take care of Darkbeard here. Boom. And last but not least, there we go. We got 127,000 for killing him. Yo, that's fire. All right, with that boss out the way, let's go back to Haunted Ship and continue the farm. 14 hours, 30 minutes, 56 seconds left. We have enough time for one more run. Here we go. Last run here. Let's go ahead and get all the chests. This method actually ended up being quite a bit better than I initially thought it would be, especially with us getting a Fist of Darkness. That really helped us out. We got like 150k from that one boss. Here we go. Last chest right over here. There we go. 30 minutes are now up, and we got to 11.7 million money for the 30 minutes. So that puts this method at about 1 million per 30 minutes, 2 million per hour. Literally 10 times better than the other one, because I spent like 6 hours for the other one and only got 600k. Still though, with only 14 hours, 29 minutes remaining on the clock, this method is not going to be good enough. We got to get something better. Money farm if you just went to second sea. Looks like he's in the Kingdom of Rose right now. Is this going to be the hidden chest area thing? If so, I don't think this method is as good, but we're obviously here to test him out. Yep, looks like he's going to do the hidden wall thing. There's a hidden wall there that can be broken, and I think there's like 3 or 4 chests in there. I think these will give the same amount as the ones in Haunted Ship. They're gold chests. If so, this method's automatically worse, but I mean, it could be quicker though. Let's just test it out. All right, let's go spawn in. Boom. We spawned right over here, so that's actually pretty close to the spawn point. Break this wall, and wow. There's just no chest here. I guess this is not such of a hidden secret after all. Let's see. Is there a chest in here? No, that's 2 servers in a row there wasn't a chest. 3rd time's the charm. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Wall. Let's break it. There we go. We have chests. 2.8k from that one, 2.6k from that one, and 2.6k from that one. That means we get less than 8k per run, and it took us 3 tries just to even get the 1 run done. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna waste any time on this. Curse ship method is just 10 times better. So far, our 2 most effective methods have been either the curse ship method and by far the Vice Admiral method. But trust me, even both of those methods combined are still not better than the final method of the video. This next one's going to be 2 methods from the same guy.
Did you know that this farming method literally lets you get 5 million belly per hour?
5 million belly per hour? Okay, this is what I need. This is what I need, boys.
Bounty hunting. So all
bounty
you have to do
hunting.
is find a wanted poster of somebody that you want to hunt, and you just click on the poster. Then you probably want to have some PvP-based food, probably like the awakened ghost fruit or the leopard.
Wait, you can get money for bounty hunting? I didn't even know that. What the heck?
But remember, this depends on how huge that player's bounty was. And the max bounties that pirates can have in the game is 30 million.
You know what, boys? I think we just found a good method. So I did some research, and it turns out you have to be on the Marine side in order to accept wanted poster bounty. So we've got to hop on Marine. Now that we're on Marine, let's go ahead and look at the cafe. Here we got the wanted posters over here. What the hell is that avatar? Dead or alive, Jar Man Gunnels S8. Oh, we got to accept this bounty. Click. There we go right here. Defeat Jar Man Gunnels 8. Let's see, where is he at? Hopefully he's out in the safe zone, and that man is not outside the safe zone. In fact, he is right here. I'm Alex 2K 50,000 for that. All right, say less. For this one, I'm going to equip Shark Anchor and Portal. That way we have the quickest bounty hunting build possible. Let's also equip Pale Scarf. Here he is right here, boys. Here he is right here. I'm sorry, Alex. Player died recently. You can't attack them yet? Oh my gosh, boys.
Why is the wanted poster even there if his bounty is off?
Next wanted poster we have Spellsnika. There he is over there on Skull Island. What's good, Spellsnika? What's good? He ain't gonna know what hit you, bro. He was not about to know what hit you. Boom. All right, armor breaker. Boom. Get in with these. We actually successfully got a target, boys. We've got successfully a target, and you're not running away. Not while I'm on my main build, huh? Matter of fact, come in my dimensional rift. Making sure you ain't getting away today. Boom. Get him there. End it off with this. Ooh, we got 100,000 from that because 2 times money. PPL 1679. Oh, he's right here. We didn't even have to go far for this one. And his PvP's off. PvP, please. You're max level. You can do it. Chill. If you beat me, I'll give you a mythical fruit. Wait a minute. Aren't you a YouTuber? Yeah, I am. And you'll find out when you see this video why I wanted to kill you. It's this a vid? Yes, sir. Okay, then say less. Hey, man, that's one way to get him. Which technically I'm not lying, but now that he's here, let the fighting commence. All right, boom. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's make this quick. Uh-oh. No. This is not good. This is not good. Now that we have another dude in here, I suppose it's good for me to tell y'all that if somebody else kills your target while you're in the middle of hunting them, you can no longer get the bounty poster because, well, they would have already died. So we have to be quick and get him right now. Trying to run, huh? Sorry, I can't let that happen because I need this bounty. Thank you for the 100K. This is actually not bad. We're already at 12 million money. And lastly, another guy here. That's about 30 minutes spent hunting wanted posters. And while this may be the most fun method for me, it's not the most effective because majority of times you go into a server, the person you try to get their wanted poster will be too level for you. And even if you do get a person, they'll probably be in safe zone like this guy right here. He did end up reaching 12.3 million though, which is about 500,000 for the 30 minutes I spent. Probably could get more if you went to 3rd seed because you'd find more consistent and higher level players, but this is honestly not the best method. Next method.
So next up we have raids. Raids are how you awaken your fruits, but you also get a huge amount of money on the side. And the best thing about raids is that you can trade in like the worst fruits in the games to start one, or you can buy them every 2 hours. Overall, depending on how difficult your raid is, it gives you a different amount of money, so it's best to choose one that's more for your skill level. When doing a raid, you should always be using the butter fruit. It makes raids extremely easy.
This is actually really interesting, bro. I didn't even know you get money from raids. Like, I know you get fragments, but money? I didn't know. But he did say the more difficult the raid, the more money you get. So you know what I'm thinking, boys? I'm going straight for the dual raid, boys. Yes, sir. And let's see how much we get from one raid. Another thing I just thought about is you're going to get money from the raid and also every NPC you kill, so this will be interesting. We're starting off at 12.4 million right now. We're getting about 217 to 250 money per NPC. So the NPCs actually don't really give you that much. All right, last NPC in the first island here. There we go. Second island now. Let's just quickly get through this. This right here is island 3 done. Now, final island available. In order to actually find out if this is an effective method, we kind of do have to test more than one raid because he said the harder the raid, the more money you get. We're about to find out if that's really true after all. All right, all we got is the boss left, boys. The final showdown. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. There we go, boys. 3, 2, and the boss is done. Oh, we got 100,000 for defeating him. Wait, that's it? Just 100,000? For the amount of time it took, because that was almost like 8 minutes. That's not worth it, man. That's not worth it. Only 13 hours, 44 minutes remaining, and we're only at 12 million money, not even half of the goal, and we've already almost used up half of the time. We really got to start kicking things into second gear. Otherwise, my wallet is about to be in so much pain. So far, second sea has been very disappointing, but there's still one final method in second sea that I think will be a hit. Best way of making money in Blox fruits is by grinding sea beast, or is it? You can make a lot of money XP grinding hunting sea beast, but boy, can it get boring. That is true, it can get kind of boring doing sea beast, but he is spitting there. For the last method in second sea, we have sea beasts. Now in second sea, the best way to sea beast farm is you go to dock 2, which is where you spawn in second sea, talk to the luxury boat dealer or just regular boat, spawn a lantern, and what you do is you go straight ahead until you reach the sea. And the best recommended fruit for sea beast farming is the magma fruit. Now apparently this is the best and most effective money farming method in second sea, which I hope so, because all of the other ones have been dookie except the haunted ship, and we need to start making some real progress, boys. Oh, you know what I forgot, boys? We are a ghoul race right now, and that is just not gonna fly. We need to be shark race, because against sea beasts, you're probably gonna hit the water, and I'm not trying to drown. This one's got to be shark. This one's got to be shark. Yes, sir. And now we just wait for a sea beast to spawn. 13 hours, 42 minutes left on the timer. Hopefully this goes quick. It has now been 5 minutes and still no sea beast. I'm starting to have doubts in this method, boys. Because it's taking so long, I pinged my Discord and now we've got a server full of people. Apparently, the more boats you have, the higher chance you have of spawning a sea beast. So hopefully this will speed it up. Here we go, boys. Here we go. After about 10 minutes, our first official sea beast. Okay, we got the whole squad. We got the whole squad. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Boom, boom. Oh, 419,000 from that. That is actually not bad. After almost 30 minutes of waiting, we finally got another sea beast. Here we go, boys. Here we go. So far, I'm not gonna lie, this method isn't exactly the most worth it because it just takes like 20 minutes per sea beast. This is not that good. And sea beast down. Oh, I got a Fist of Darkness. So we got 400,000 from that. Now we're about to get 150,000 from Darkbeard. There we go, another 100,000. And all right, boys, we got another sea beast. It's gonna be the last one I farm in second sea. There we go, 424,000, and we're now at 20.5 million, almost a quarter of the way to 100 mil. Sea beast farming is definitely the best method in second sea. We started off with 12 or 13 million and ended up getting to 20 million. However, we've already used up half of our time, so it's time to move on to the best methods of the video in the third sea. How to farm money or mastery. All right, let's see what he's got. 556 billion. Oh, nah, we gotta see this method, boys. We gotta see this method. First, need Buddha. Second, need Cyborg. Then we need Chocolate Land. Oh, he's gonna be farming the NPCs at Chocolate Land with Cyborg. Does he accept the quest as well, or does he just go around just packing them up? Looks like he's just gathering them up. You get 2,500 per NPC. That is actually really good. Let's see if this method is really good. All right, let's gather up all these NPCs. All right, let me see how much I get per NPC. 2,400, 2,700, 2,500. This actually looks like this may not be bad, boys. Hold up. Our meter is about half charged right now. As soon as we get this full, it's about to start going like hella quick. All right, there we go. We're done. Oh yeah, this is about to be a breeze. Bro. Plus we get the super jump, so we can just zoom around. We're gonna farm for about 30 minutes to an hour, and let's see how much money we end up getting within that time. We're at 20.7 million right now. Hopefully we can get at least 22 million in 30 minutes. 11 hours, 23 minutes remaining. It's been a little over 45 minutes, and we have just hit 25 million bellies, boys. This method is legit. That means you could easily get 5 to 7 million per hour. That is actually the best one so far of the video. It looks like we found our new #1 method, boys. But even as good as this method is, would you be surprised to know that this is still not better than the final method of the video? All right, next method, secret chest areas you probably know in Blox fruits. Looks like he's going to Haunted Castle. Oh, he's gonna go to the top of the mast. Yep, the flagpole. There's gonna be 3 diamond chests there. I think each of these give like 10k plus each. Yep, 9,000, 10,000, 9,000. And I guess that's his method right there. You just server hop and go to the mast every time. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is gonna top the Chocolate Land method just because, well, I mean, I just don't see how it's gonna do it. Especially since every time you server hop, you're gonna have to fly all the way up here, which is gonna take a little bit, and you only can get maximum 30k per server. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be better than the Chocolate Land, but let's do it a few times. Let's see what we get. So we're guaranteed to have a diamond chest up here. Yep, 3 diamond chests. Let's see what we get from this one. 12,000. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. 10,000 and 10,000 for that one. All right, so that's over 30,000 for that. Server hop though. This is the first server I've hopped in. This is a public server. Hopefully the chests are there. I don't think anyone would even go up to the top of here. And yep, they're right there. Okay, perfect. 10,000, 10,000, and 11,000. And they're there again. Okay, this is actually pretty consistent. 12,000, 10,000, and another 11,000. That's not bad, I won't lie, especially because this is probably going to be there every time nobody goes up here. But still, we spent a couple minutes hopping those 3 servers only to get 100k maybe. Yeah, the chocolate method is 10 times better. So I'm not gonna waste any more time on this. We only have 11 hours, 20 seconds remaining. We gotta check out some other methods.
I'm one of the very few people that have 1 billion money.
He has 1 billion money? That's literally the max you can get in Blox fruits. All right, so I gotta trust what this guy says then.
All right, the next method is AFK farming.
AFK farming. When we did that in second C for like 6 hours, we ended up only getting 600k. So I'm kind of skeptical about this, but let's see what he's got. Looks like for his method, he AFKs at Haunted Castle using Quake Fruit. Stands right next to this tree. He also uses a chop accessory, which reduces cooldown by 15%. Let's see, how much money does he get per run though? So he's just spamming a bunch of C Quakes. It looks like he spams a bunch over. Ooh, that's a lot of money. And you know what? I actually have an idea of how I can make the method even better. So if we go over to second C and go over to the haunted ship, we can go get the ghoul race from this NPC here. With the ghoul race, we'll be able to go in V4, and then the cooldowns will be significantly reduced. And if we couple that with the chopper hat, we'll be able to use the C-Quake a lot more. And now the premise is we use dual tsunami, and then since we have ghoul V3, we'll be able to use it even when it's at 40% cooldown. So we get to use it twice in the span of 1 full cooldown. So you guys can see dual tsunami is still on cooldown. I'm gonna activate V3, and now I get to use it again right there. So this is gonna go by a lot quicker. And I just realized I'm stupid. I have sword stats. Looks like it takes about 4 C-Quakes total to kill an NPC. Let's see what we get now. Okay, 2200, 2200, 2200. That's not bad. Damn, that's not bad. Okay. For an AFK method, this isn't bad. This is almost as good as the Chocolate Land method. Obviously, it's a bit slower. Yep, all the NPCs dead here. We got probably like a good like 30k from that, which is not bad for an AFK method. I could see how this could be good if you're doing it overnight. However, we don't have overnight. We have less than 11 hours remaining, and I'm not gonna lie, this method is basically a worse version of the Chocolate Land method. Best way to farm money and mastery in third C. All right, let's see what he got. Requirements, you have to have Longma boss unlocked. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be doing Longma boss farming. Okay, so he goes in the Longma room, gets the chest. Ooh, that's 4,000 per chest. Okay, 11,002 gives around 20k. Gives around 20k. Oh, for the chests, and then you kill the boss. Okay, how much do you even get for Longma? Let me see. Oh, 50k. So 20 plus 50k, 25k without game pass, 70k each run. You also get 1.5 million XP if you have 2 times mastery. Let's go ahead and try this out. I should have Longma spawned. I've been in the private server for quite a bit. Let's see. Yes, sir. There we go. Longma in here. All right, so you said to get all the chests. One, that's 4,900. It's 5,011. And then we have a diamond chest here, which is 11,000. All right, now we just pack up Longma. Hopefully they didn't nerf this boss because that video was pretty old. I swear if he doesn't get 50k. Ooh, 49k. 70k per run. That's actually not bad. All right, server hop. Here we go. Ooh, Longma boss is spawned, but somebody's fighting him. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me try to make it there quick. Let me try to make it there quick. Please, 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 please. No, he just killed him just as I showed up. No, bro. Oh, we can still get the chests here. Let me just see. Just so this run is not a complete waste, we can still get about 20k from all these chests total. There we go. Server number 3. It looks like Llama's actually spawned in there. Okay, okay, okay. Pretty consistent, pretty consistent. Although this does seem like a pretty competitive boss because a lot of people are trying to fight Llama. It is, you know what I'm saying, a sought after boss to grind mastery. And most people need it just to even get Cursed Dual Katana. All right, boom, there we go. 59k that time. Oh, so you have a chance to get even higher. All right, all right. So we got over 80k this run. This method is not it. Half the time, he's not even here in the servers, and the amount of effort it takes to kill him and money you get is just not worth it. We got about 1 million for the 30 minutes I used on him though, so it's not bad, but I mean, it's just not comparable to the Chocolate Land method earlier. 10 hours, 27 minutes left. Is this even possible at this point, boys? All right, we got this clip here. Today, I'll be showing you the fastest way to get money in Blox fruits. Yes, sir, that's what we're here for. Farming CBs is the easiest way to get money fast because you just have to AFK. Well, that's true, you do just have to AFK, but it took a long time for us to get CBs in second C. However, I did hear that CB spawn much quicker in third C. But there's one more thing about third C. Not only do CBs spawn more frequently, but we also have a chance of getting something called a Rumbling Waters, where 3 CBs will spawn at once. So you do the math. If we get 400k per CBs, times that by 3, we're getting over 1 million per run almost. Now the best way to find Rumbling Waters is you have to go to Tiki Outpost, go over to this backside here, spawn a boat of your choice. I'm gonna go with the Miracle. Then you have to set up to sail and go to a danger level 4 or 5 for the highest chance to get a Rumbling Waters. Here we go. We got a CBs here. First CBs in here. In second C, we got about 400k per CBs. Let's see, does it give more here? There we go, 424,000. Okay, so they actually give around the same amount, which is cool. Because if we get a Rumbling Waters, that means we're gonna get like 1.2 million per rumbling. All right, boys, we actually end up getting a Terror Shark here. Let's see if this thing is even worth fighting, because this thing is kind of hella difficult to fight. 30,000 health left. How much money do we get from this thing? Come on, there we go. And 56,000, not really worth it. Got it, boys. We got a Rumbling Waters. It's kind of hard to see right now, but you guys can see the 2 CBs right here. We got it in a danger 6. I can't even see anything right now, bro. This is definitely hard to fight, but now now is the time. We're at 28.5 million right now. Let's see how much we get. There we go. 369, 411K. Let's get this one here. Oh my God, boys. Oh my God. We're already at 29.2. This is insane. 400,000. We literally got over $1 million from that. We started off at 28.5. We're at 29.7. Rumbling Waters is the way, boys. Rumbling Waters is the way. We may actually have a chance to get to 100 million. Another Rumbling Waters? Hold up, boys. Hold up. This is crazy. This is crazy. 2 Rumbling Waters back to back is crazy. We got this, boys. We got this. There we go, 400,000 for that. Can't even see a damn thing, but I'm trying. Another 400,000, another 380,000. We're at 30.9. Only 9 hours and 50 minutes remaining, but we're at 31 million. And the rate we've been getting money with the Rumbling Waters, I actually have hope. All right, boys, it's been about 2 hours. We're at 49 million right now. We got another Rumbling Waters. Last CB is here. After we do this one, we will be at 50 million. There we go, boys. 50 million. We have unlocked the title of the richest in the world, and now we are 50% of the way done. Still have 8 hours, 55 minutes remaining. We've been actually like zooming through this, boys. Let's keep this pace up. Got another Rumbling Waters right here, boys. And we just hit 72 million bellies. We still got 7 hours, 36 minutes remaining. I think we have this one in the bag, boys. We are almost there. We have 30 million left. Another CB's here. And that is 80 million down, boys. 20 million more to go. We've got just over 6 hours left. 85 million right now. Just 15 million more to go. We got this. And another Rumbling Waters has just spawned. That's one down. That's another down. Last but not least, one more sea beast right there. With that, we have now hit 90 million belly. We have 10 million left in just under 5 hours and 40 minutes remaining. We got this, boys. We actually got this. I can't believe how much progress we've made in just the last 3-4 hours. We actually went from like 25 million all the way to 90 million in just like 4 hours. I didn't think we'd be able to make up for all that last time, but we've done it. Final stretch, boys. 10 more million to go. Ladies and gentlemen, only 4 hours and 11 minutes remaining. And we are now on our final sea beast of the video. 24 hours straight of grinding. We actually cut it so close, a lot closer than I thought we would, bro. I did not think we would be able to do it. But with this sea beast here, we are going to hit 100 million. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 100,158,658 money in just 24 hours. We finally did it, boys. Now, I can finally say I'm one step closer to being the richest player in Blox Fruit. The Rocket Fruit. Now, the Rocket Fruit is interesting because it didn't used to be called the Rocket Fruit at all. In fact, it used to be called the Kilo Fruit. And it wasn't until update 20 where the Kilo Fruit got removed from the game and replaced by the Rocket Fruit. Now, if we eat the Rocket Fruit, we're going to find out 2 more interesting facts about it. First one being that this is the cheapest fruit in the game that you can get that has a flight ability, which is obvious since it's the first fruit you can even get in the game. And while we're on the topic of flights, the Rocket Blast-Off flight is actually the fastest flight out of any common fruit in the game. Another cool fact about the Rocket Fruit is if you go to the doghouse in Second Sea and talk to this NPC Wenlock, you will see it'll allow you to buy a physical rocket for 97 Robux, which is an absolute scam, but it's cool because this makes Rocket the only physical fruit you can buy from an NPC in the entire game. Now, those are just a few of some of the many more fruit facts we're going to be going over in this video, and some of the ones later on in the video just might surprise you. But up next, we have the Spin Fruit. Now, one interesting fact about this fruit is if you go in the Blox Fruit shop, this fruit, along with Rocket, will always be in stock no matter what. And just to prove it to you, you guys can see Rocket and Spin are in stock right now, and the fruit is about to renew in 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and renew. And if we refresh the Blox Fruit dealer, you can see they're both still in stock. Another interesting fact about the Spin Fruit is in update 20, it actually got a revamp, making the moves look a lot better visually, and some of the moves even better. But if you teleport to the Great Tree in 3rd Sea and go over to these rear admirals, you will see they use the old unreworked version of Spin. All you have to do is go a little bit of distance from them and you'll see they'll use the spin move, just like that. That is how the Spin Cyclone used to look. Now, our next facts is about the Chop Fruit. Now, when you eat the Chop Fruit, we all know that it allows you to be immune to sword damage. You guys can see I'm dodging these swords as if I were a Logia. And even more interesting, Chop Fruit still can't be hit by swords even if they have armament hockey, unlike elementals that can be hit while they have armament. But despite Chop being immune to swords, this does not work on bosses. As you have to see here, we are taking massive damage from this boss. So don't think the Chop's gonna make you immune to bosses. Another interesting fact about the chop fruit is that it is the only fruit other than rocket to have a flight move be its ultimate. And it takes 80 mastery to unlock the flight, making it the second highest mastery flight requirement move in the game. And now we move on to this fruit. And there's not really much interesting about this fruit other than it can go faster than light. Now, if you eat the spring fruit, you can see we have a move called Spring Leap. And on its own, this move doesn't give you much mobility. What makes it interesting though is it can bounce off objects and in the right scenarios, bounce infinitely. For in the case of this bridge, you guys can see if you angle it right on this bottom wall, Spring Leap will propel you as much as we have walls to propel off of. And the time it takes me to get through this bridge is actually faster than a light fruit could get through there. So yeah, in the right scenario, Spring is actually one of the fastest fruits in the game. Now the next facts are about none other than the bomb fruit. Now the interesting thing about the bomb fruit is that this fruit has been in the game since it came out in update 1. And on top of that, it also used to be the worst fruit in the game. Nowadays we recognize fruits like rocket, spin, chop, and spring as the worst, but these didn't used to exist at all in update 1. And it used to be the bomb fruit at bottom. And speaking of fruits that have been in the game since it released, we have next up the smoke fruit. This also released in update 1 alongside Brom. But unlike bomb, smoke was considered not that bad of a fruit back then. Another interesting fact about smoke is it is the lowest value elemental you can get your hands on in the game, being only valued at 100,000 belly. This fruit is one of 2 of the only elemental fruits in the game that doesn't have an awakening. And we'll get into more of the other fruit later, but for now we're moving on to the spike fruit. Now there's not really anything interesting about this fruit in particular other than that it's known as the Walmart version of dough fruit, because if you eat it, you guys can see it shares somewhat of a similarity to dough abilities, specifically with the spiky ball. And the only other interesting fact I can find is that back in update 17.3, Spike used to only have 2 moves, which were Z, Rush, and X spiky ball. So despite how bad Spike is right now, there were times where this used to be even worse. That was the end of the common rarity. Now we're moving up to the uncommon rarity, starting with Flame. And there are a few interesting facts about the Flame fruit, like how this was the first fruit in the game to receive an awakening. Back in update 11, which released on July 10th, 2020, Flame, Ice, and Quake all got an awakenings, making these 3 the first ones of the game. Flame fruit is also only valued at 250,000 belly, which makes this the cheapest fruit with awakening that you can obtain in the game. Another thing about the flame fruit that's interesting is if you eat it and walk on lava, this doesn't grant you any immunity to lava, despite the fact being made of fire. Kind of interesting. But you know what's not interesting? This fruit right here, the falcon fruit. Now with the falcon fruit, many may not know this, but activating plumage actually increases your double jump height. For example, if I deactivate the wings and jump, you guys can see I only go this high on this doorway. Reactivate the wings though, double jump, you guys can see I go significantly further. Another cool fact is that if you activate the wings and switch over to another fruit while permanent, the wings will stay there, which is kind of a boring fact, but it's there. Now the value of the falcon fruit is also only 300,000 belly, which makes this effectively the first and cheapest beast fruit you can get in the game. Ice fruit next, which is kind of fitting because we are next to igloos. Now one cool fact about the ice fruit is it actually has the shortest letter name out of any fruit in the game, ice only being 3, whereas every other fruit in the game has more than 3, 4 being minimum. Another cool thing about the ice fruit is this ice trident right here doesn't get coated fully when you activate hockey. It only gets highlighted by the color of your hockey. This is a unique feature as every weapon in the game gets coated fully depending on if you're using hockey or not. Now you guys probably knew these 2, but I guarantee you this next one, some of you may not know. This is the sand fruit, and it is one of the only fruits in the game that has a natural weakness passive. So if you were to eat the sand fruit and take a dip in the water, you will die twice as fast to water damage than any other devil fruit in the game. Now a good amount of you probably knew that, but I guarantee you didn't know this one. Desert Blade, when it awakened, increases range depending on the mastery you have for sand. And this is also true for sand coffin. The higher mastery you have, the longer range they go. So for all you sand mains, I recommend getting your thing to 600 mastery. Now these next facts, we're going to be going over the dark fruit. Dark has 5 different moves, one of them being called Ghastly Step, which is actually a teleportation flash step like ability. The only interesting thing about this though is the maximum range of this ability is less than a flash step significantly. This is the maximum range of Ghastly Step. You guys can see we didn't go that far. However, if we start from the same distance, you guys can see we can flash step much further. It's a bit of a trade-off, however, because even though the distance doesn't go that far, you can use it in the air. Another cool fact about this fruit is it gives you Logia dodges in the game, despite the fact that the user Blackbeard in the anime specifically has no Logia dodges. In fact, he takes double damage to physical attacks. Most likely they did that to copyright, which I respect, but moving on to the next one, we have the diamond fruit. Now there is only one really interesting fact about this fruit in the game, and it's pretty obvious. This move down here, Solar Flare, is the only move in the entire game of Blox fruits that blinds players for several seconds. And that's it. There's nothing else unique or interesting about diamond. Now you remember how earlier we talked about how Flame was the first batch of fruits to get an awakening in Blox fruits? Well, the light fruit was actually the second batch. In update 12, which was a Halloween update, and the update after Flame got added, we also got the Light Awakening, paired up with a Dark Fruit, making the Light Fruit one of the earliest fruits in the game to get an awakening. Another interesting but weird fact about the Light Fruit is if you do a friendly 1v1, for example, like at the Coliseum, and lose that friendly 1v1, for some reason, the Light Spear will just disappear. You guys can see Light is tapped in right now, but the Spear just doesn't show up. The only way to get it to come back is if you reset. You guys can see now it's back. And on top of that, you remember how the Ice Trident didn't get coated by Hockey earlier? Well, the Light one does. If we press J, you can see the entire thing becomes black and coated in Hockey. Which makes me wonder why they didn't make it like that for the Ice Fruit. Maybe it's a visual glitch, maybe it was on purpose, who knows. But what I do know is that this next fruit holds a record that no other fruit could beat in the game. Now we already know how Rubber is immune to Rumble. I got my ult right here and he has Rubber equipped. You guys can see no matter what I do, none of these Rumble moves will hit him or even stun him. However, this does not stand true for Pole V1 and Pole V2 because if I equip those and use the moves, you guys can see he now can be attacked and stunned. Another thing players also know is that Rubber is immune to guns. So if you try to use Kabucha, Serpent Bow, or Soul Guitar moves, it won't do anything. However, you may be interested to know that even though they can't take damage, they still get stunned. You can see the move stunned them and pushed them up. So even though they don't get damage from Soul Guitar, you can still use the stun to start a combo. Now you may have knew all those facts about Rubber, but I guarantee you some of you didn't know this. If you equip the electric fighting style and try to use moves on Rubber, it's completely immune to this fighting style. However, despite the fact that it's immune to electric, it is not immune to electric claw. Now as for that record I talked about earlier, Rubber in the game holds the record for the most immunities out of any fruit in the game, and I don't think any other fruit will end up beating that. And the last interesting fact about Rubber is Rubber is the only fruit in the game to have an M1 before you even have any moves at all. You guys can see my mastery is only 1 mastery on Rubber. We have no moves, but we have an M1. It's the only fruit to be able to do that. So we actually had a lot of facts with the Rubber fruit, but I'll tell you what, this next one doesn't. The Barrier fruit. Nothing really interesting about this fruit. I couldn't even find any interesting or unique facts about it other than one. Barrier Wall doesn't block any moves whatsoever. So if we throw that move out, walk up to it like this, go on my alt account and throw a move out, you guys can see we still get hit by the move. The wall doesn't do anything. Moves just go straight through it. Now, unlike Barrier, the Ghost Fruit actually has some interesting facts. For starters, this didn't used to be called the Ghost Fruit at all. In fact, a few updates ago, this used to be called the Revived Fruit. This fruit completely replaced the Revived Fruit, though getting a brand new rework, completely new movesets, and even a change in rarity. The Ghost Fruit we know now is worth 940,000 belly and is in the rare category. However, the old Revived Fruit used to be 550,000 belly and used to be an uncommon, which actually makes this one of the very few fruits in the game to actually get a rarity increase. Next up though, we have the Magma Fruit. This fruit holds the title for highest damage dealing fruit in the game. However, what if I told you that that wasn't true and that a fruit exists that deals even more damage than the Magma Fruit, which we'll get more into later, but we still have some more interesting facts about the Magma Fruit. One of which being that the flight move of Magma, Beast Ride, can't actually be interrupted. And just to prove this to you guys, I'm gonna go attack this boss right here, get him aggro to me, then I'm gonna activate Beast Ride, and any amount of damage this guy does to me will not deactivate my Beast Ride. Look at this. He just hit me with that move that should have stunned me and deactivated it, but it doesn't. And with that, we are now done with the rare category of fruits. We're moving on to the legendary category. And our next fruit, Quake, actually has some interesting facts about it. So the first one, which is the most obvious, is that the final awakened move of Quake, Quake, holds the record for largest AoE move in the entire game of Blox fruits. If you use it, you guys can see right here, it actually has a really large AoE, covering the most ground out of any move in the game. Look at this. This is insane. All that damage we're hitting right there is from hitting all the NPCs on this entire island. Another interesting thing about Quake is that Quake holds the record for least awakening moves out of any fruit in the game, being at only 4 total awakening moves, while every other fruit at minimum has at least 5. And while we're still on the topic of awakening, Quake also holds another awakening record. Despite having the least moves to actually awaken, Quake is actually one of the most expensive fruits to awaken in the game, especially Quake, as to awaken Quake, this costs you 8,000 fragments, making this the single most expensive move to awaken in the game. The Buddha Fruit. One fruit many of us consider to be absolutely broken in the game, but I bet you didn't know that it used to be even more broken than it is right now. So obviously Buddha's most commonly used move is the shift ability, and when you press this, you obviously become a big Buddha, increasing your hitbox and damage for swords and M1s. But I bet you didn't know that shift many updates ago used to do an extra feature. According to the wiki here, this fruit used to grant the user twice their HP during transformation. So for those of you that think the Buddha fruit broken now, imagine having to deal with a Buddha that has 26,000 HP. I would not want to be playing during those days. Another interesting fact about Buddha is if you hold out a fruit while in transform state and start jumping, you will actually get a speed boost. I don't know why it does this, but if you go fast enough, that game's anti-cheat starts kicking in and pushes you back. So be careful with that glitch, you might get banned. Now that we're done with Buddha, next up we have the Love Fruit. And there's not really that many interesting facts about this one, other than it is the only fruit to allow you to summon someone from your friends list. And of course, I'm talking about the best of friendo move. Obviously, if you use it, it'll summon some random person from your friends list. Like this guy right here, this avatar, this is someone from my friends list. Now, many may think the Ghost Ultimate Ghostbusters does the same thing, but in fact, it's not. With Ghostbusters, you summon 2 of you. So you automatically summon 2 of the same people of you, whereas Best of Friendo summons someone random from your friends list. And the last really interesting thing about Love is that Cupid Zone attack has infinite range. And just to show y'all, this to demonstrate you guys, I'm gonna go a really far distance away from this NPC. You guys can see right here, no move would have been able to really hit from this distance. However, if I fully charge Cupid Zone, throw it over there, you guys can see it completely goes over that area, and I even got damage hit markers on it. And that was just one example. You could really take this extreme and go really far, but the only thing is you have to have good aim for that. But the last interesting fact about the Love Fruit is that the Flamingo Ride is the only flight in the game that can glitch an NPC and not despawn. So I just took this female islander with me, and even after I get to the despawn distance of her spawn, she won't despawn. I could take her to Portland if I wanted to. And you could use this to actually permanently glitch NPCs and make it to where people can't farm. So do with that information what you will, but I thought that was an interesting fact. Now the Buddha fruit may have had some interesting facts, but the spider, not so much. The only real interesting thing about the spider fruit is that there is actually a V2.5 version, and it is used by the Don Swan boss. Now this boss has a second phase where when you get him low health, he actually somewhat awakens, and when he awakens, he gets access to a version of spider that's not really in the game. Now when he's in the stage, he has this ability right here, which is kind of like Heavenly Punishment, but more so an upgraded version of the ultimate from V1. Like this does not look like the V1 or the V2 version. And he also has another strange ability in this form, which is not present in both V2 or V1, and it's that ability right there. Some sort of random silk prison that's like a different type of silk prison. I don't know. This unique version of Spider is only accessible to this boss and not actually playable in the game. And yeah, that's it for Spider. Couldn't find any other facts. But our next facts are going to be about the sound fruit. Many people think this fruit is based off of Uzoth from One Piece, but that is not true. While it may share similarities, this was a fan-made fruit and not based on any particular fruit in One Piece. Another interesting fact about this fruit is this is the only fruit in the game that has a flight that can give buffs to nearby players. So if we charge our Tempermeter full by using Prestissimo, we can see now we get a speed boost, and this will also affect nearby allies, giving them a speed boost. And our last interesting fact about the sound fruit is it has the most mastery requiring flight move in the entire game, being at 175 mastery. Yeah, Prestissimo takes quite a bit of mastery to unlock. Enough about the sound fruit though, because next up we have the Phoenix fruit. Now the Phoenix fruit actually has some weird facts about it, and one of them being that the unawakened version of the healing move, Regeneration Flame, actually heals more than the awakened version. This is why you commonly see most people who even use Phoenix use the unawakened over the awakened version. And the second interesting fact about it is Phoenix is the only fruit in the game that requires a mastery in order to awaken it. And in case you don't believe me, just a quick check at the wiki shows you that in order to awaken it, you need to obtain 400 mastery on the Phoenix fruit, something that no other fruits in the game require to awaken. Now the Phoenix fruit didn't have that many interesting facts, but I think you'll like these next ones, which has to do with the portal fruit. Now similar to the ghost fruit, portal didn't used to be in the game at all. This used to be the door fruit. The moves used to look completely different, and it used to be in a completely different rarity as well. The portal fruit we know and love now is worth 1.9 million belly, and it is a legendary rarity. However, the door fruit used to be only a rare rarity and used to be valued at 950,000 belly, making portal the second fruit in Blox Fruit's history to get bumped up a rarity, while also getting its value increased by almost double. Portal is also one of the most sought after fruits to have in the game due to its world warp ability, allowing you to teleport anywhere you want in all islands. And because of this, it's often severely overpaid, whether you have the physical version or even the permanent version. Now all these facts have been interesting so far, and I hope some of these you didn't know about. But trust me, the last one is going to be both funny and may just surprise you. Up next, we have my favorite and main fruit in the game, Rumble. Now, one interesting fact about this is that this is the only fruit in the game that allows you to awaken a sword by awakening all of the moves on it. That is, of course, the Pole V2. And other than that, there's not really much other interesting facts other than it's the only fruit in the game to give you 3 dashes within a singular move. And of course, I'm talking about Electric Flash here, where you get 3 dashes and it charges up and replenishes. No other move in the game does that. Now, Rumble facts may have not been that interesting, but trust me, the pain facts are even less interesting, as the pain fruit is one of the only fruits in the entire game that hasn't had any changes to its moves whatsoever. This fruit was released in Update 7, which dropped on August 11th, 2019. And since its release, the moves haven't had any balance changes, any visual upgrades, or anything at all. The only thing the pain fruit has gotten was its name changed. It used to be called the paw fruit, and the moves used to be called something different, which they did that to avoid copyright. Other than that, nothing about this fruit has been altered, which is pretty boring. But this next fruit actually has a somewhat interesting interesting fact, the blizzard fruit. And I'm willing to bet a good amount of you did not notice this. So if you eat the blizzard fruit and master out all the moves, you'll notice the flight is called tornado flight, which if you eat the sand fruit and awaken the sand fruit, you'll notice that shares the same name as the sand awaken. See, tornado flight here and tornado flight for blizzard. I guess the devs couldn't come up with a different name. And now with blizzard out the way, we are moving on to the final category of fruits in the game, the mythical category. And this is where it gets most interesting if you ask me. Starting with the gravity fruit. Now I'm sure a lot of you didn't know this because not many people use gravity, but the ultimate of gravity is called meteor rain. And when you use this, as the name implies, you're able to summon meteors from the sky and aim where they go. But before update 17.3, you didn't used to be able to do that because before they reworked it, meteor rain couldn't be aimed and the meteors used to hit randomly. I'm willing to bet a lot of you didn't know about that, and probably for good reason, because imagine like you're using this ultimate and can't control where meteors went. Like, that just made no sense. But next up, we got the mammoth fruit. Now for this one, I bet some of y'all didn't know this, but when you're in transformation, your moves deal 10% more damage. So if we use ancient cutters right here, we can see this move deals 3,026 damage. However, while in transformation, that same move deals 3,531 now. Alongside that, Mammoth is the only fruit in the game to share the same belly value as another fruit. As we know, Mammoth is worth 2.7 million belly, which is the same value as T-Rex. Kind of interesting, right? Mammoth also has another interesting glitch where if you pull out the smoke fruit, transform and instantly pull out the smoke fruit before your transformation finishes, you guys will see you go invisible. And people use this glitch to troll a lot of people. I personally do all the time. It's kind of fun. To deactivate it, all you gotta do is transform again normally, and you'll be visible once again. And now for the T-Rex fruit. Not really much interesting facts about this one other than one, it's the most recent fruit added to the game. This was the last update we've gotten on Blox fruits. And two, many of y'all probably haven't known this, but the T-Rex fruit has been nominated to be added to the game since update 7. And if you don't believe me, go to the wiki, look at T-Rex, and you can see the trivia. It shows this fruit was nominated to be added to the game since update 7. And if you look at it, update 7 came out on August 11th, 2019. So this fruit was destined to be added to the game from the start. Even more interesting though, next up we have the dough fruit, which actually has a surprisingly amount of facts about it. First one being that it is tied with Phoenix for the most expensive fruit to awaken in the game, costing 18,500 fragments. Second one being that it is the only elemental mythical fruit in the entire game. And just to prove it to you, Gravity is a natural, Mammoth is a beast, T-Rex beast, Shadow natural, 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 beast, beast, and Kitsune beast. But the interesting thing about that is even though it's an elemental fruit in the game, this is not how the fruit is at all in the anime. Because in the anime, they specifically specify that the dough fruit is a paramecia. Another cool thing about the dough fruit is every move correlates with your hockey color. So if I activate hockey, you guys can see I have red hockey, and if you hold the move, you can see the red hockey is coded around my dough move. And the last interesting fact about dough is this is the only fruit in the game that has a move that changes depending on whether you're in the air or the ground. And that is Pastry River. Obviously, if you stand on the ground, it does this, and when you use it in the air, it does this. So yeah, dough is the only fruit in the game that has two variants within one move. But enough of dough, because now we're moving on to the shadow fruit. And while there are not much interesting things about shadow, there is one, and that is Nightmare Leech. What this move does is when you use it, it takes the enemy's HP and replenishes it with your own, making this the only fruit move in the game that has a life leech type ability. Now this next fruit is gonna have some facts that I know are gonna surprise some of you, and that is the venom fruit. Let me just say, some of these facts even shocked me. First fact being that when you're low health, the Serpent's Wrath flight of venom makes you go faster. So this is how the flight looks right now. It's relatively slow, but also decent speed. If I get myself low though, and even dang near close to death, you can see the flight goes significantly faster, especially if you aim it up. Look at this. Look at the distance we're going right now. I'll guarantee you all of you knew that fact. I mean, that's just common knowledge right there. But chances are you didn't know that transforming into full form makes you immune to lava damage. Like, look at this. We're literally standing on lava right now, taking no damage whatsoever. In fact, we're healing. Another interesting fact about the venom is the Toxic Fog move is the second largest AoE ability in the entire game. Obviously, Quake Waves being the first, but this is the second. And now for the big fact, the one that shocked even me. Venom has the highest damage dealing move in the entire game. Now you remember earlier when I talked about how Magma wasn't in first place, but actually second place. Well, I'm about to prove it to you. You guys can see we have fruit stats here, and if we use Volcanic Storm, which is the highest damage dealing move on Magma on my ult right here, we can see that this move total deals 10,943 damage. Now obviously you can get a little bit more damage depending on how you aim it and if all of the little Magma moves hit on time, but I think max it deals like 12 to 13,000. However, if we switch over to Venom, transform, then use Toxic Fog, we can see that Venom deals, okay, we're going up, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,861. I know, man. It's honestly surprising how much more damage Venom deals than Magma. And that's not even it. If you fully charge Noxus Shot and use Noxus Shot, you can see the total damage of Noxus Shot is still even more than the Magma Ultimate. Look at that, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,916 in full form. Venom damage on top, man. I guarantee some of you didn't know that. But moving on, our next fact is about the control fruit. Now, one interesting thing about this one is depending on how much mastery you have, the control area gets bigger. I just ate control on my ult right here, and he only has 1 mastery, and we have 365 mastery on this control. So let me activate my room fully. You can see the room is actually bigger than the Coliseum. However, if I activate control room on my ult, we can see the distance is significantly less, and this is the maximum I could have held it. One interesting fact about control is a change that actually got removed. In fact, years ago, whenever you used to use Gamma Rush on somebody, it would make the control room disappear when the Gamma Rush finished. Nowadays, obviously, though, that has changed. Is when you use Gamma Rush, the room gets smaller, but it doesn't disappear. 4 more mythicals left. And up next, we have the Spirit Fruit. Now, the only real interesting thing I could find about this fruit is that it used to be called the Soul Fruit and used to look more accurate to Big Mom's Soul Fruit in the anime. This, of course, got changed to Spirit due to copyright reasons. And yeah, that's pretty much the only interesting thing I can think about Spirit. Other than that, it's widely considered one of the best PvP fruits in the game due to its combo potential. For example, Wrath of Shu pairs together with End of Times, and that's without any weapon. Paired together with fighting styles of weapons, and you got one of the most deadly fruits in the game. And now we have the Dragon Fruit, ladies and gentlemen. One quick interesting fact about this is currently the rarest fruit in the entire game. Despite being placed lower value than Leopard and Kitsune, this is rarer because it's currently unobtainable. If you go in the shop and try to buy it, it'll say in progress, and the King of Fruits is temporarily off sale for enhancement. Stay tuned for its powerful return. You can't buy the fruit permanent. You can't get it from a notifier or a gacha or any way naturally. The only way you can get your hands on the fruit is if someone happened to have a physical fruit from before it got removed. But even more interesting, whenever in transformation form, the Dragon Fruit actually has the highest damage reduction perk out of any transformation in the game, and that includes Buddha. Another interesting fact about Dragon is the only fruit in the entire game that can change colors based on when you transform. And that obviously depends on the mastery you have for the fruit, but as you guys can see, these rings right here determine the color that your dragon can go to, making this the only fruit in the game to be able to do that. Like you guys can see right now, I'm blue, but if I detransform and use some of my moves, now I'm purple. Now for the second to last fruit in the game, we have the Leopard Fruit. Added in Update 17 Part 3, the Leopard Fruit is one of the strongest fruits in the game, and obviously with that comes some interesting facts. First one being, after using the After Image Assault move while in transformation, you gain a little bit of a speed boost. You guys can see we have this fire ore around us, and now we go, I think, like 25 to 50% faster shortly. Another interesting fact that people don't know, upon transformation, there is actually a hitbox that does a little bit of stun and knockback. You guys can see there, we dealt 2,543 damage just for transforming. And those two were probably the most interesting facts I could find about Leopard. Kind of boring, but trust me, this last one is gonna be funny, because now we're moving on to the final fruit of the video, Kitsune. Now, many people believe that the Kitsune fruit in Blox fruits is based off of Yamato's fruit from One Piece, but this couldn't be further from the truth, because if you look at the wiki, you can see that this fruit is the second fan-made fruit ever added to the game, with the first one being Sound, and the original concept was made by a guy named Kuzuru K on Twitter, and it only got added to the game because it won an art contest, which I'm sure many of you knew, but I guarantee a lot of you didn't know this last fact. So obviously, whenever you transform a Kitsune, you have something called tails, and obviously the more damage you deal, the more tails you get. And once you get to 3 tails, you can see now we are able to transform. Now we all know this is just how Kitsune works, right? But I bet you didn't know that under the Kitsune seat, there's actually something sus under there. If you look under the seat and angle your camera like this, you will see there is an Among Us character under the Kitsune seat. I have no idea why the devs added this in here, but that's an interesting fact about Kitsune that I bet many of you didn't know. And for mythical trick number 1, if you get 3 people to go around the gacha and say /Cloud's Luck V5, you will roll a mythical. All right, that's easy enough. I've already got 3 people right here lined up. My boys, look at them lined up. All right, let's do this. Cloud's Luck V5, Cloud's Luck V5, Cloud's Luck V5. All right, let's see if this works. We've activated the Cloud's Luck V5 luck. Will we get a good fruit? 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, yo, we actually got a legendary fruit, but we didn't get a mythical, so that definitely didn't work. That's not bad, though. Now, that trick may not have worked, but we have a bunch of others to test. And for the next one, sent in by Bukan Nar, he says, we're all dragon-related stuff. And he actually sent in a clip of him doing this. He literally has Dragon Talon, Dragon, Dragon Heart, and Dragon Storm equipped. He's doing a gacha right now, and let's see what he gets. He actually got Blizzard from that, so we should expect to get at least a legendary, right? On my boy Mariah's account, he does have everything dragon-related. Dragon Heart right here, equip. Scroll down a bit, Dragon Storm, equip. Let's go to permanent fruits. also got dragon right here. Equip. I'm gonna go with the western. And last but not least, we have one more thing, and that's dragon talent. Let's go up to the dragon dojo. Talk to my boy Uzoth. And you know what? I'm even gonna go a step further. We're gonna wear dino hood, and we're gonna go switch over to the Draco race. So we're literally full dragon down to the race. Draco right here. All right. Let me spam a bunch of abilities. Let's see if this gives us some extra luck. And now we're ready. Gacha time. If we don't get at least a legendary from this, this is crazy. 3, 2, 1, and we get a sand fruit. Okay, yeah, that just does not work. This next guy's strategy is if you kill a player using a mythic fruit, then reset with a mythic fruit, your next gacha will be a mythic. Well, I would hope so, because this is gonna be insane. I mean, I'm on my boy Eric's account right here. He's about to lose a mythic fruit. Hopefully he has something like a gravity. Let me see. Okay, he's got a gravity. Perfect. Now, the killing the person with the mythical fruit will be easy. I mean, I'm pretty decent at PvP. Let me see. What can I switch to? We got dough. Oh, that's perfect. Actually, you know what? Let's go with Yeti. Let's make this easy. All right, now we gotta find somebody real quick. Let's see. Is there anybody over here? Nope. Okay, what about in Hydra? Anybody over here? Oh, there is somebody over here. All right. They didn't say we had to get bounty from the person we killed with the mythic fruit. They just said we had to kill someone with a mythic fruit. So I'm about to do it, boys. I'm about to do it. I'm sorry. You're level 1600, but we gotta do it. Arctic clap. GG's. No reward level is too high, but we did kill him with Yeti. That's a mythical. All right, that's step 1 of the ritual complete. Next up, we have to reset with a mythical. I'm not going to waste any of Eric's good mythics. I'm just going to waste a gravity. I'm sure he's not going to care. And if he does, I'll replenish Eric. Fruit added to backpack. We got the gravity in our inventory. You know what? Just to make sure this does effect, we're going to reset it in front of Zeolus. Zeolus, you see this gravity right here, right? You see this. I'm about to lose this. You better replenish me with another mythic. Gravity down. Oh, that feels so painful to do. Now let's see if it works, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if it works. And... yo, it didn't work, but we got a Buddha fruit. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. We may not have gotten a mythical, but we did get one of the highest valued legendary fruit, so I'm gonna take that. Gravity for this, W. I'm gonna say that was a W method. All right, now this next one says do/jet ski luck. You will get a mythical. I've gotten so many mythicals since. Yeah, I've heard a thing or two about this jet ski luck. Hey, let's put it to the test. So let's go ahead and type it in. Jet ski luck V4. Let me click redeem, and let's get to rolling, bro. I've actually witnessed him pull a blessing after typing this, so let's see if it works for us, boys. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, bro. The jet ski luck does not exist, bro. It does not exist. A spin? Really? Next method sent in by the Dark Lord. He says do 6 different emotes, then reset with a rocket to get a mythical. I mean, that's doable, bro. But do I even have 5 emotes? I mean, I know I got dance 1, dance 2, dance 3. But I think I gotta buy 3 others. All right, we have Roblox Marketplace. Let me go down. Let me filter out emotes. Oh, we got free ones. Tilt, applaud. Okay, let me add these with free ones. Hey, we love saving money. Let me also add board in there. Let me go to my cart and let's buy all that. All right, we're ready. We got 6 different emotes. Let's do it. First off, let me do /E point. That's 1. Let me do /E point 2. That's 2. Let me do /E board. That's 3. Oh, this is actually kind of a fire mode too. Hey, that's kind of saucy. Then we got the classic /E hello, the little wave. What is that? 4. /E tilt. That's 5. And last but not least, /E stadium. All right, that's all 6. Now let's go ahead and do the roll. Are we gonna get a mythic this time? Are we gonna get a mythic? Is this gonna be the one? Nope, this is not the one at all. We got a dang chop fruit. But moving on, sent in by Mystic, have V4 and V3 active at the same time while rolling. And he said this one got me a T-Rex once. You know, strangely, I actually have a good feeling about this one. All right, first things first, I've got to get V4 active. Luckily, I do have V4 on this account. I did that for a video. So let me go ahead and fight these NPCs. Let's see how quick we can get this. All right, this is 1 NPC down. Looks like 2 NPCs gets me about a full bar, especially if I'm taking damage. So this actually shouldn't take that long. There we go right there. We have human V4 activated. I don't know why somebody's fighting me right now. What is this, Buddha? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Before we could even get to the damn ritual, we gotta kill this guy. Windbreaker. All right. Oh, now he's running. Look at that. Quickly attacked me, but he's running. But none of that matters. We got V4 active. Let me activate V3. Okay, let me quickly do a gacha. Let's hope this works. And, we got a rubber, but that's actually not the worst thing we could have gotten. Definitely not a mythical, though. You know what? Now I'm upset. I want to kill this guy. GG's. Yeah, so far we haven't gotten a single mythical yet. It's looking like I may have to gift y'all 5 permanent fruits. You know, actually forget that. I'm not losing hope. We got plenty more to test. One of these got to be bound to work. But for our next method, sent it by this guy. He says, clap beautiful pirate, then wait till night to roll. I mean, that's not hard, but that also seems like it's like very dumb. But I guess this video is me testing out your guys' fruit spinning tricks. So let's try it out. First things first, let me respawn bosses. And now we've got to successfully beat the beautiful pirate. Let's see if we can even do that. We do have Cursed Dual Katana, luckily. So hopefully it's not too difficult. Let me see. Do I have Buddha on this account? Hold on. Let me see. If we have Buddha, this is going to be all the more quicker. Do we have Buddha? Yes, we do. Perfect. All right. Say less. We can just Buddha spam it out then. Yeah, we got this. We got this in the bag. I don't even know why I doubted myself. Buddha spam for the win, boys. Buddha spam for the... Wait, what the heck? Where'd he go? Okay, there he is right there. Yeah, Buddha spam for the win. This is gonna be a light work, bro. It's light work now. About to enter second phase any minute now. A couple more M1s, you probably will be there. Yep, there we go. Okay, went back to full health. Now we just gotta whittle him back down again. Actually, hold on. I'm actually getting kind of low. Hold on. I'm actually getting kind of low. Yo, this is kind of sad, bro. This is kind of sad. Oh, back off, bro. Charge this thing fully up. Hit him like that. Get a couple M1s in there. Cheeky M1s. Uh-oh, he still hit me. He still hit me. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Back up, my boy, back up. Get him there, boom, get him there, get him there. Slayer Goliath, got him right where I want him, and boom. Finish that off there. Okay, now we've clapped beautiful part. We've got to wait till nighttime. Let me see. How long is it till nighttime? Oh, sun's already almost down. It took me like literally the entire day. Let's hope it works. And it is officially nighttime. All right, perfect. We waited till nighttime. Now it's time to do the gacha. Will this be the first mythical fruit roll of the video? And wow. That's that is straight up garbage. That's so garbage, in fact, that I'm compelled to do this. We dropping this one straight in the ocean. Trick number 7, reset 5 times in a private server, leave, rejoin, then type /5 good luck and you'll get a good fruit. That's an interesting one, and it's so simple that I actually like it. All right, all we got to do is reset 5 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4th one, and the final 5th reset here. Now we leave the game and then rejoin the game, but I think we have to rejoin back to that private server. And last but not least, type in chat /5 good luck. There we go, boys. All the requirements have been met. Let's see if this gives us a good fruit. You don't have enough money? Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. Okay, let me fix that real quick. 150k. That should be 200. Do it one more time. All right, we're ready. That was a little embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie, but we brought it back. Now it's time to do this gacha, and we get dark fruit. Definitely not a mythical, but maybe this next trick will work. If you use /WinterKloudz luck 45 after killing 5 players, you get no less than a mythical fruit. Yeah, I like the sound of that, and we get to have some fun PvPing. I'm down. All right, I'm on my bomb by A account right here, just because this is like my bounty hunting account. Let's get to the rampage, boys. Got this guy here. What the heck? Does this guy have his PvP active? Huh? All right, I guess this guy doesn't have his PvP active, but maybe this guy over here does. Let me see. All right, let me do this. Boom. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. That's 1 kill. Okay, looks like we got our next kill lined up. We need 4 more kills. 4 more kills. All right, all right. Got him there. Boom. Okay. Wait, what? How does this guy survive all that? Oh my god, I'm literally selling. Okay, okay. You know what? This guy... Oh, wait, I got a next kill lined up. What are we doing? Playing Ring Around the Rosie, bro? Oh my god. No, no, no. Don't steal my kill. Don't steal my kill. Don't steal my kill. Please, please, please. Bro, he stole my kill. Yo, you're so bad. You're so bad, bro. All right. You're about to get it, bucko. You're about to get it. Oh, wait. I have Meek. What am I doing? Pull him in. Boom. And let me finish him off like this. Lunar Blitz. Got him. That's 2 kills down. Now this diamond guy came back out, so I'll be able to get him. Finish him off. Pause. Got him right there. Let me get him like this. Boom. Get him like this. Lunar Blitz. And that's him dead with V4. All right. That's 3 kills. Boom. Got him here. Oh, my God. Are we just playing are we just playing like tag, bro? Like tag, you're it? Like I kill one of them, then the other one comes back. Then I kill the other, and the other one comes back. But you know what? That's actually perfectly fine with me, because then that means it makes my life all the more easy. 4th kill there. There he goes. This guy. There this guy strikes again. There this guy strikes again, bro. There this guy strikes again. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Okay. Well, you know what? You know who else I'm tired of? This damn diamond user, bro. It's like they're just playing tag, bro. Like tag, you're it. I'm just gonna go after you now. Oh my god, why? What? Okay, you know what? I'm Blox fruit stats? No wonder I'm struggling, bro. Oh my gosh, no wonder I'm struggling to kill him. Hold on. I understand it now. Whole time I'm a Blox fruit stat, bro. Whole time I'm Blox fruit stat. I get it now. Get him here. Boom, pull him in. Boom, 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 boom. GG's. 5 kills right there. We're done. Oh, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. Hey, he didn't say it had to be 5 different people. He just said 5 kills. But now we have the final step. /WinterKloudz luck 45. All right, we typed that in chat. Now let's go ahead and do a gacha. If we don't get a mythical fruit from this, as much time I just wasted killing those boys, I might be upset. And, a flame fruit. Yeah, you know what? I could have gotten worse, but this is also like pretty damn low for what I could have gotten. You know, I'm gonna do a good deed. I'm gonna give it to this guy right here. You enjoyed that on S930. Next glitch, this guy says, if you give someone a fruit worth over 1 million, you have a 100% chance of getting a mythical. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and test this out. Let's hop into the server right now. I'm hopping on my 30 million slot. That way everybody knows I'm in here. And he said 1 million value fruit. Let me see. What could I give somebody? I'm assuming the higher you give it, the better value you get back from a gacha. So I'm gonna give someone low key. I'll give away this dough fruit. fruit. I'll give away this dough fruit. Let me sit down on his trade table. Let's see what this guy offers for me. Whatever he offers for my dough fruit, I will accept, even if it's a bad trade. All right, I've just put my dough fruit. He put the mammoth up. This is actually a massively L trade, but I will accept it. And we'll see what we get from the gacha after this, bro. I'm literally losing out on a dough here. This is worth like 35 million value. I think Mammoth's like 7, but here we go. 3, 2, 1. And that is the trade given away, bro. He just got a free dough. And he's only level 1,778, so that's going to help him. He said, oh my god. Yeah, I hope you enjoy that. Now let's see. Will this work and give us a mythical fruit? Will we get the mythical fruit this time? And we get... Bro, I just lost a dough for this. No. Trick number 10. If you punch the gacha 3 times, complete a raid, come back and punch him 3 times again, you'll get a mythical. All right, we're pulling up to the gacha right now. Let me punch this man. 1, 2, 3. All right, now that we did that, we got to go and fly over to the raids. I don't have portals unlocked on this account, so we got to use the light fruit and fly this way. Bear with me. All right, we're pulling up to the sea castle. Let me go ahead and switch over to the Buddha fruit. And, you know, let's just complete the quickest raid we can complete. I think that will be the flame raid. Yep. All right, got the chip. Let's get this thing started. For some reason on this account, the only sword that I actually have moves on is Coco sword. So this is I guess what we're using. I also don't have race V4 on this account, but I do have race V3. Luckily, we got the Buddha fruit. We should be good with this. I'm gonna try to speed run this as quick as I possibly can. All right, last NPC right here of this first island. There we go. Island 1 complete. Now we're on Island 2. Let's go ahead and speed run this. Island 2 cleared right there. And now we're starting with Island 3. We're almost done. 2 more islands to go after this. Island 3 complete. Island 4 straight ahead. So far, we're having no troubles with this. Still got 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to spare too. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Even if I was only level 1500, I'd probably be able to do this with the Buddha fruit. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but y'all get the point. We got this in the bag. Now on the final island, and the boss is right here. We got this. I will say that was not my cleanest run. Definitely not my quickest, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, boys. We're gonna get it. Don't worry. Boss right around half health. We just M1 spamming. My fingers are low-key getting kind of tired from this M1ing, bro. I feel like I'm about to get carpal tunnel or something. All right, boss is about to die. He's down. Now we just got 2 more NPCs. And last NPC here. There we go. We switch back over to light. Now let's make our way back to gacha. And we here. Last step, we have to punch the gacha 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. All right, we got to roll a gacha. Please, game. I just need 1 mythical. 1 mythical so I don't have to give away 5 permanents. Please, will this let this work? Bro, all that work I just did. All that raid. All that just for a damn barrier. You got to be kidding me. Bro, what is going on? None of these gacha rituals are working. I told y'all to send me the best ones y'all got, and we just getting straight dookie like this. What the heck? That man just stole my thing quick as hell. Anyways, moving on to our next trick. This guy says if you trade a fruit away, you will roll it back. Example, I traded my Buddha. I got Buddha and gacha. Interesting. So say, for example, I were to trade someone my shadow I got here. I should pull a shadow from the gacha, making this a true 100% mythical glitch. Let's try it out. All right, we're on a new server right now. I'm just going to try to trade this as quick as possible. Let me just sit down at a trade table. I'm not even going to try to look for a good trade, so we're definitely about to get scammed here, but is there anyone that could trade me? Bro Haven, will you hop on this trade table? Please, bro, please. Someone hop on this trade table, man. Someone hop on this trade. Yep. I see you. You're active. Come on, bro. Go ahead, trade with me. I think you'll like this offer. Let me type in chat, trade. All right, someone finally sat down. Someone named Sigma. Okay, let me put down my shadow fruit. He's putting control in dough. No, bro, just put anything. Put anything with my shadow. It doesn't have to be control or dough. Just give me something. He just jumped. Oh my god. Okay. I don't think he realized he literally could have put anything and I would have accepted it. What about this guy though? NYXY. I put my shadow. He instantly jumped. Okay. We're gonna do this 3rd time's the charm. Blazing Shadow X9. Shadow. Your name is literally Shadow. You have to accept this, bro. Just put anything. He's asking me to PvP to jump. Oh, brother. Oh, my God. No, bro. I don't want to PvP you, bro. Okay, 4th time's the charm. Let me put on the shadow fruit. Just put something in there. Umar Khan's 274. Okay. Sound dark. I'll accept this, bro. I didn't think it'd be this hard to find a trade, but we're low-key scamming ourselves out of this shadow right now. I hope it pays off when we get something, at least a mythical from gacha. All right, there we go. That trade is done. Now we do it in the gacha, and we should get a shadow fruit back. Let's find out. Please, game dog. This is like the 4th sand we've got in this video. Glitch number 12. If you spawn a Terror Shark and die to it before rolling, you'll get a mythical fruit. So you want me to go out of my way to try to search for a Terror Shark, spawn it just to die to it. Oh, brother. You know what? I told myself I'll test them all out for this video, so you know what? I guess that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, well, you know what? Let's just give it a whirl, boys. Let's give it a whirl. Quickest way to get a Terror Shark to spawn is being in danger level 6 in the ocean. Right now, we're in danger level 1, which has a low chance of spawning anything. Higher levels you go, the more chance you have of spawning things. But also, Terror Sharks are kind of decently rare to spawn, so this may take us a bit. Danger level 5 right now, and danger level 6. All right, we now have a high chance of getting a Terror Shark to spawn. We just gotta wait. Heck, did I just get a haunted ghost ship? What the... bro. This is literally like so rare. This is rarer than getting the terror shark to spawn, and we get this like off the rip. That's crazy. All right, let's just zoom past that. Now we gotta look for a terror shark. This is gonna be cancer. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we get a sea beast. We're in rough sea now, which actually increases the chances even more. So we may get a terror shark soon. Who knows? Yes, sir. Finally, we got a terror shark. Only took us 7,900 meters. All right, now we just let this thing kill me. Go ahead, give me terror shark. I'm gonna let you kill me fully. We ain't even gonna die to water damage. All right. I ain't gonna lie, you taking too long, terror shark. There's 3 terror sharks. Look at this. Oh my health. Damn. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. After that, we better get extra luck. I mean, that just took me 10 minutes to find that thing, and we got jumped by 3. Let me go ahead and eat the light fruit, because I don't have the portal fruit on this account. We gotta fly over to the gacha. And here we are. This better be worth it, boys. We better get something good from this. Please, game. Please. Dog. This is literally the worst fruit we've gotten of the video. Yeah, that one didn't work. Up next, speak to Michael Jackson and sit in a chair. Then when you go roll, you will get a good fruit. You know what? I'll do you one better. Not only am I gonna talk to the barista, I'm gonna buy a recipe from him. For example, let's see. Plump purple. I'm gonna buy this for 88 Robux. We're gonna straight up buy this right now, boys. Give me that little cutscene. Give me that little cutscene. Do your thing, Michael Jackson. Yeah. Give me that purple juice. Yup. Drink that up. All right, bro. Don't ever let me make that sound effect again. Don't ever let me make that sound effect again. Let's go and check out the aura. Yeah, purple. All right, bet. Hopefully this increases our luck. Please, game. Please give me some crazy luck. Please, game. And oh my god, bro. This is so bad. This is so bad, bro. None of these things are working. At this rate, it looks like I gotta give away 5 permanent fruits. Unless this next one works. Before you spin for a fruit, pull out your best mythical, then roll a fruit. And this guy says he got Yeti. Or at least I don't gotta do anything difficult for this one, so it doesn't hurt to test. All right, I'm on my alt account right now. Hopefully I have a mythical fruit on here to show to Zealous. Let me see. Oh, not only do we got a mythical fruit, we got a Yeti fruit to show him. Okay. This has gotta work, bro. This has gotta work. All right, let me pull up my Yeti fruit. You see that, Zealous? You see that? The big, juicy Yeti right in front of you. Now, Zealous, give me something good or close to this. Please. I'll take even a gravity, bro. I'll take even a gravity because that is a mythic. Please, Zealous, please. Oh, yo, this is the best thing we've gotten in a while. Not a mythic, not even a high tier legendary. It is a rare, though. You know what? Not bad, but still not what we're looking for. Next glitch, if you kill every boss in the sea you're in, you're guaranteed to get a mythic. All right, that's easy enough to test out. Let's start in first sea. First up, we got Gorilla King. Dead. Next up, we got Bobby. This guy should get 1 shot. Oh, what the heck? He didn't get 1 shot? Okay, hold on. Let me back him up there. There we go. Second one down. Next up, we got the Saw boss. And yes, I did reset that Yeti for this light fruit. So we can get this done quicker. All right, Saw down. Now we got the Yeti. Quickly pack this guy up. And 1 and 1. There he goes. Now we got Mob Leader. Vice Admiral. After that, we got Saber Expert. Down. Now we got Chief Warden. Next up, Warden. Last boss on prison, we've got Swan. There we go. Next boss in line, Magma Admiral, and he's down. Almost done, boys. Next up, we got the Fishman Lord. About to make light work of this fish. Turn this boy into sushi. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oh, we also got a trident from him. Okay, not bad. 3 more bosses left. Let's keep this speed run going, boys. We got Weisberg next. Let me see if I can make quick work of this boy. Hopefully I don't get packed. Yeah, no, we got this in the bag. Yeah, I got worried there for a second, but we got it. All right, Weisper down. We got Eminem next, and then last but not least, Cyborg Frankie. We good. Now we got Enel. Oh, this guy's actually gonna get me low. Hold on, I gotta keep up my streak of not dying. Here we go. All right, Barrage of Light. This should kill him. Boom, stomp, back up, and 1 and 1 and 1. Light Ray, GG. And now we have the final first sea boss, Cyborg Frankie. All right, he's done. Now, if I don't get a damn mythical fruit after all this, bro, I'm cooked. Let's teleport back to home. Let's head our way over to the jungle. All right, Blox Gotcha. I need you to come through for me, please. I need you to come through for me and give me something good, please. Bro, oh my gosh, we got a diamond fruit. He's smiling, but I'm not. Now we're moving on to the final spinning trick of the video. Giving away 3 permanent Buddhas gets you an instant mythic from the gacha. This one's gonna be painful, boys, but I've loaded up a bunch of Robux on this account. Let's just get it over with. Let's just get it over with. Permanent Buddha, 1650 Robux a pop. Let me just gift it to someone random. Let's give it to this person right here. That's 1 permanent Buddha gifted. Another person, Bonbon 13297. Second permanent Buddha gifted. Third one, let's just give it to this person named Purple Dragon. And this is about to be the 3rd permanent Buddha gifted. There we go. Oh, that was so much Robux right there. Now, this is the final spinning glitch of the video. If I don't get a mythical fruit from this, I have to give away 5 permanent fruits to 5 of you. Let's see, boys. Let's see. Does this one work? Does this one work? Can we end this off on a bang? And we get a magma fruit. No, bro, that's insane. That That is so crazy. Yeah, not a single mythical fruit gained throughout this video. None of these methods work. They're all fake. And for the first myth, apparently Cyborg V3 can one-shot a boat. So to do this, I'm going to have one of my friends summon a boat. Normally this ship has 1,200 health. Let me activate V3. And damn, that thing didn't even last at all. So it took care of that ship easy. We're going to see if this can one-shot the biggest ship. This is the boat that has the most health in the game other than Beast Hunter, 2,500. Let's see if Cyborg V3 takes this out. And this one's surviving longer, and it's still drowned. Okay, wow. So this myth is true. Cyborg V3 actually does one-shot a ship. Now that was a pretty cool myth, but for myth number 2, apparently if you use parallel escape while standing on lava, you take no damage. So now let's try it with parallel escape. Let's see if we take damage on lava, and we very much do. I am dying quick, bruh. So that myth is false. That was just not true at all. Myth number 3, the age-old question: do you get better fruits the higher sea you're in? Now to start this off, we're gonna head over to first sea, do a gacha. Then we'll go to second sea, do a gacha, compare the first versus second sea, and lastly, we'll do third sea. Me personally, I think this is fake, but we're about to find out right now, boys. First sea, let's see what we get. And we got a spike fruit. Yeah, that's pretty dookie, bro. That's dookie. Now let's head back to second sea. I got my friend Jason about to do a gacha right here. Let's see what he gets. He said best fruit, spike. Damn, he got spike too. That's crazy. So far, this myth's looking false, but I guess we're about to find out on third sea. Got my boy Husky doing a gacha, and let's see what he gets. And no shot. I ain't gonna ask you to drop it, man, but that's actually kind of crazy. Blizzard for the third sea, a legendary fruit. Even though technically third sea had the best roll, I'm still gonna say this myth is false because first and second sea there was literally no difference. It's just 100% luck based. So myth false. Myth number 4, portal parallel escape can negate water damage. All right, let's activate it. Parallel escape. Let's go in the water. Let's see. Oh, there's no damage. The moment it ended, I started taking damage again. Nah, that's actually fire. Let's see that one more time. All right. Parallel escape. Yeah, no damage. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. Now that one surprised me, but let's see if this next one will. For myth number 5, apparently the more mastery you have, the more damage you'll deal with weapons, fighting styles, or fruits. All right, now to test this out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna equip one of my lower mastery weapons like Hype or something. Now that we have equipped, let's go ahead and do an M1. Let's see how much damage this does. M1, 1,398. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill a bunch of these NPCs so we can get our mastery up, and then we'll check the damage then. We're at 83 mastery right now. There we go, last NPC there. Now we're at 107 mastery. That's about a 20 mastery difference. Let's see how much gone up. Oh look, 1,410. That myth is actually true. I never even knew about that. The more mastery you have, the more damage your weapon, fighting style, and fruit deals. Myth number 6, if you start a raid while in combat, you can PvP inside the raid. So let me tell my boy, come to Sea Castle. There we go, we're in combat. Let me go ahead and buy a raid chip. Let's see, are we able to PvP? No, we're not. We're still allied. Now that raid myth wasn't true, but let's see if this next one is. Apparently, if you're sitting in the raid boat, when the raid ends, it'll bug the game. Right now, my boy's on the second island, so we'll see when he finishes. Third island down, fourth right there. And now the moment of truth, boys. Is this myth true? And, oh, yo, it took the boat to the land with me. What the heck? Wait, it just disappeared. Okay, well, that glitch only lasts for a second, but I would say that is true, bro. That is actually weird. I don't think you'll ever use that myth, though, but it's still pretty cool. Myth number 8, if you use DoZ on the ground, it'll fling you up. Now, if we go ahead and equip Doe and use missile jab, you guys can see it has a little bit of pushback when you just use the move in general, but apparently if you aim it at the ground, it'll fling you up in the air. So I guess let's find out. All right, here we go. Let's aim it down. Boom. Oh, damn, that actually kind of flings you kind of high up in there. Okay, myth true. Next up, if you hold Superhuman X and equip another fighting style while holding it, it'll make you stuck forever. Gotta say goodbye to my Electric Claw fighting style. Let's talk to the martial arts master. There we go, Superhuman. Let's hold Superhuman X while trying to talk to Sabi. Huh, it doesn't even let you. All right, well, I tried it on Sabi. Let me see if it works on any of the other NPCs. Let me just try this real quick. All right, there we go. I'm holding Conqueror Gun while talking to this guy. Let's switch to Death Step, and it worked. I'm stuck. What the heck? Yo. Okay, so this myth is actually true. If you do that, you literally just become stuck. Now, that was pretty cool, but I think you'll like this next one even more. We all know about the mansion in Third Sea, a place where people can be safe, or so you thought. There is actually an area in the mansion where there is not a safe zone. Apparently, if you go up these stairs and go in this upper left corner, there will be no safe zone there. You guys can see the safe zone right here. Let me jump up. Now there's no safe zone. Okay, hold on. So I should be able to hit my friend, right? Let me see. Oh, I can actually hit him. That myth is true. Now, we all know about the Buddha shift glitch, where you unshift the Awakened Buddha, quickly switch over to a sword, and now you have massive swords which have increased hitbox. But apparently, for this next myth, it works for guns as well. Now, normally when you go to Buddha and you pull out a weapon, you guys can see it's still pretty small. I don't even know how this is going to work, but let's go ahead and try it. We shift, unshift with the gun. Oh, wait, hold on. That does look like it got a little bit bigger. Not as big as the swords, but look, that does look kind of bigger. Let's look at the size right now. You guys can see. Let's put it away, pull it back out. Yeah, it got like 5 5% bigger. Let's try that with a different gun though. Let's say Kabucha. All right, let's try it again. There we go. Oh wait, actually this looks kind of big. Hold on. Put it away, pull it back out. I think it did get slightly bigger. I can't really tell, but to me it looked like it got slightly bigger, so I'm gonna say true. But let's see if this next myth is true. Apparently Control Gamma Rush can hit players in the safe zone. So in case you guys didn't know, when you use Gamma Rush, it hits anyone inside of the room. So the theory here is that we hit somebody outside of the room with Gamma Rush, and it should hit players inside the safe zone as well. So I got my friend Mirage here. Let me go ahead and hit him with the Gamma Rush. My friend Exotic is in the cafe. You guys can see him right there. Like, don't believe it is hitting him right now. Let me see. Okay, hit Mirage. Let me see. Did it put me in combat with him? And no, cannot attack players in the safe zone. So this does not work whatsoever. Myth fake. Myth number 13, ice fruit doesn't take damage from lava. I don't believe this because it'd literally be the exact opposite of the point of ice, but I'm here to bust them, see if they're true or not. Let's go ahead and do it. And oh, that's already false. I took damage. Let's see. I mean, I'm standing still right now. I'm not taking damage. Let's walk around. Oh yeah, we're done. We're done. That myth is not true at all. But what about this next myth? Apparently you can glitch the Saber Expert out of his little zone. So what you need to do is equip Sadie and use the Swords Dance while he's in the corner or whatever. And I guess it's supposed to glitch him out of the area. Let's see. Oh, it actually got him out. Hold on. Let me go see. He's not in the room. He's outside. He's right here, bro. So you could actually use this to troll first seed players and like get the Saber Expert to kill him. That's actually kind of cool, man. Myth confirmed. Myth number 15. If you use Rocket Flight and quickly switch over to another fruit, it'll bug you and make you fly forever. I don't know if the timing on this is hard, so let's go ahead and try. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, boom. Oh, no, it didn't work. Okay, maybe I gotta try that again. Let's try this one more time. Let me click equip. Blast off. Oh, it worked. I'm literally floating. My hands aren't even on the keyboard right now, bro. My hands aren't even on the keyboard right now. I'm literally just floating infinitely. Okay, so that myth is confirmed. Now, that was a cool one, but I think this next one will be even better. Myth number 16. If you unequip Curse Dual Katana right after hitting someone with the Slayer of Goliath, it'll make them stuck forever. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this. Apparently, if I open my menu, now I use Slayer Goliath, right? Moment it hits, unequip, he can't move. He's literally stuck. He's literally stuck, bruh. And now I can do whatever I want with this man. Yes, sir. No, Diddy. I'm just playing, bruh. So that was how it looked like on him, but now I'm going to show you how it looks when he does it on me. And this will also tie into our next myth. He's got to do it real quick. There he goes. Boom. Now I'm stuck. For our next myth, if you teleport while being stuck like this, you'll get kicked from the game. So let me teleport somewhere far like Fountain. You guys can see my hands aren't on the keyboard. I'm literally like just flinging like this. And the game anti-cheat is going to kick in and kick me from the game any moment now. All right, I've been doing this for about 5 minutes and even teleporting to different islands to see how it would react and if it would kick me. I haven't gotten kicked yet. It's a cool glitch, but false myth nonetheless. Next myth though, Ice Admiral in First Sea is invincible if you don't have the quest active. So if you go over to Frozen Village and go under here, you can see there's this door, which normally would open if you had the quest line, but we don't, so we have to teleport through it like so. And you guys can see there's a Ice Admiral boss. Now, apparently he's gonna be invincible if you don't have the quest. Let's see, let's try to attack him. Okay, I'm attacking him. Oh wait, I'm dealing no damage. Okay, so this myth is actually true. You can't damage him unless you have the quest. So while we're still on the portal fruit, for this next myth, you can M1 and even use gun M1s while in portal escape. Now normally when you use parallel escape, if you M1 or use a move, it instantly takes you out of parallel escape. Here we go, parallel escape. Let's see if I can M1 him. I can M1 him. I can literally M1 him and hit him while in parallel escape. Hold on, let's try that again with guns. Parallel escape once again. Literally hitting him with the M1s and can hit him with the damn Kabucha M1. And he's even surprised. He's saying, huh? Wait, what? I actually didn't know that. And for those of you portal mains, that could actually be very useful for you. W myth. Moving on to myth number 20. 20% of the video, Cyborg V3 skill can break obstacles in the game. Throughout Blox Fruits, there are random walls that can be broken, such as this wall right here. If you use a skill on it, you guys can see it is now broken. Normally, you need to use like a specific skill on a weapon to be able to break it. For example, Dark Air Slash wouldn't be able to, as you guys can see right there. But let's see if Cyborg V3 works. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom. And it does not work. So Cyborg V3 does not break obstacles. That myth is fake. And while we're in second seed for myth number 21, apparently on the cold side of hot and cold, there's a chest inside every one of the igloos. Let me go ahead and see if I can teleport inside. Oh, there's a chest inside here. Huh? I didn't even know that. Okay, that first one had a chest in it. Let's check this one. This one has a chest too, bro. There's no shot that third one has one, bro. Oh, it does. It does. It has a chest. It has a chest in there, bro. That's actually crazy. We're out here learning second seed lore that I didn't even know. Chests in all of the igloos. That myth is confirmed. Now that was some cool second seed facts, but let's go for some third seed ones. For those of you players who are max level and tried to get in the Shark Acre, you would know in order to craft the monster magnet, you need Fool's Gold, which supposedly is only supposed to drop from a haunted ship sea event. But apparently regular ship raids drop Fool's Gold as well in third sea, but it doesn't appear when they drop. I have 7 Fool's Gold. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out to sea, and if we get a regular pirate raid, raid. We're gonna defeat it and see if my fool's gold goes up. All right, here we go. Finally got a normal ship raid. Let's go ahead and destroy it and see if we get any fool's gold. One of them's down. We earned 25 fragments. Let's see. Boom, another one down. I earned 25 fragments. We had 7 fool's gold beforehand. Now let's go ahead and check our fool's gold. We had 7 before. Let's see if we increase. 10 fool's gold. So this myth is actually true. Now, I don't know why it doesn't notify you that you obtained fool's gold. Must have been a mistake on the devs part, but Blox team, please fix this. Not many people know about that. Next myth, apparently if you use a transformation, then teleport to 3rd sea, it'll bug you. Now, I highly doubt if this is even going to be true, but we're here to test it out. Let's go ahead and do Buddha shift. Let's talk to the experienced captain. There we go. Let's teleport to 3rd sea, and here we go. And nothing happens. Just a normal game. I can still transform and shift. Yeah, nothing happened. That was a little bit disappointing, but let's see if this next one isn't. Apparently, if you equip the magma fruit, spawn a boat and go out and sea, and go under the boat like this, and use magma shower, it'll give you magma arms, like a bug or something. So let's test this out. Let's go under the boat like this. Magma arms, magma shower. Oh, there we go. It worked. So you have to kind of drown yourself a little bit, go into the boat and use it to the point where it interrupts the move. And then it just creates this blob of magma, bro. That's weird. Myth confirmed. Next myth, apparently Cyborg V4 is faster than Mink V4. Now, I don't really believe this one, but that's what we're here to find out. Got my friend Mirai here. He's going to be Mink V4. I'm going to be Cyborg V4. Let's go ahead and get each other V4 real quick. There we go. I got my V4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to race around this little circle and back here. And the first person to get here wins. Let me say 3, 2, 1, and go. So let's go ahead and do it. There we go. With the V4 jumps, I should have a decent lead. I'm pretty sure. I think we actually might be in the lead heavy here, boys. Damn, Cyborg V4 might actually be faster than Mink V4, boys. What the? Look at this. I won. I won. Wait, if I did another Cyborg jump at the end, I would have won, but he just barely won, man. He said, yeah, I think you won that. Yeah, I kind of messed up at the end by not doing another Cyborg jump, but in terms of actual speed, Cyborg V4 with the super jumps is way faster. I clear way more distance. So that myth is actually confirmed, man. Now that was a cool one, but I'm interested to find out if this next one is true. For the next myth, apparently you can make Kitsune fly while in Angel V4. So first things first, I gotta reset my race. Hopefully we get Angel first try. There we go, Angel race. Now what I'm gonna do is get both Kitsune form and V4 at the same time. There we go, V4. Let's activate it. Now let's go ahead and transform to Kitsune, and let's see. If I hold space, I should be able to fly, right? Okay, hold on. It's not working. Normally when you hold space, you should be able to float with Angel V4. It's not working. Okay, what about Q? I can't even glide with it. Okay, yeah, this just straight up does not work at all. I was hoping that would, because normally, as you guys can see right here, you can levitate and also glide and fly with Angel V4. Normally it works while holding moves, but it seems like with this, it does not. Myth sadly busted. But while we're on the Angel race, this next myth is not really kind of a myth, but just experiment, I guess. But apparently using Gravity X with the Angel Bow is a one-shot. So let's go ahead and test it out. So I got my friend Mirai here. I got the Angel V4 active. Let's use Gravity Obeisance and go up to him. Let's see if this one-shots him. And it almost does, but it doesn't. Oh my gosh. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. I thought that would. Myth busted though. That does not one-shot. He is a 30 million bounty though. Let's see if it works on a 2.5 mil. Here we go. Let's use it. Gravity Obeisance with this. And oh, it did. It one-shot at a 2.5 million. So technically this myth is still confirmed, bro. Now that was pretty OP, but we have one more Angel V4 myth to test out, and it's that a Angel V4 can't make a Ghoul V4 Neo. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this has got to be cap, but we're here to test it out. Now let's put it to the test. He has his domain. I have my Angel domain. Let me step up closely and well, no more questioning about that. He definitely is kneeling, and that boy getting packed up. That myth was just straight up false. Fake myth. Now, you remember the Buddha sword glitch from earlier, right? Well, supposedly you can do it with T-Rex as well. So as you can see, my sword is pretty massive right now. Okay, pause. So what you have to do is you have to get your Fury Meter full with T-Rex so you can transform. Next step, we have to pull out a smoke fruit. Hopefully I have one right there. And as we're transforming, we have to quickly switch out and pull the smoke fruit out. That way we can go invisible. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, I did that perfectly. Now we are an invisible T-Rex. Here's where the next step comes in. What we need to do is we need to switch over to the Warden Sword. There we go, equip that. Then we gotta use the Z move. There we go. And you guys can see now I am back to normal, but my sword is literally twice as big. Also, if we switch to any other weapon while like this, it'll stay big as well. You guys can see, look at that. Now my shark anchor is like twice the size of what it would have been if I was normal size. Also, I don't know if y'all noticed, but my character's also like twice as big. So yeah, that myth is confirmed, but will it work for guns as well? I guess all we gotta do to find out is pull out this gun, right? 3, 2, 1, boom. The gun is still small. Okay, so yeah, this does not work for gun. That myth is false. Now, we all know the rubber fruit is immune to rumble, right? As you guys can see, I'm not getting hit by this lightning. But apparently, the rubber fruit is also immune to pole V1 and V2 moves. Let me tell my friend, go ahead and equip pole V1 and try using a move on me. Go ahead, use a move. Okay, no, I still got hit by that. What about the second move? Yep, still got hit by that too. That's a little surprising. I thought I wouldn't get hit since it's lightning, technically, but maybe I'll still be immune to pole V2. Let's find out. And I am not immune. Now, that didn't work, but let's see if this this next one does. Apparently, if you use El Diablo on Soul Guitar, it has life steal capabilities. So let me tell my friend to come here real quick. Get me low, my boy. All right, there we go. There we go. That's good enough. That's good enough. We have 2,700 health. I'm going to use El Diablo and let's see if my health goes up. Oh, it is going up a considerable amount. Damn, it just jumped up to 4,000. So that myth is actually confirmed. And while we're on Soul Guitar, this next myth may be interesting. Apparently, if you teleport to Haunted Castle, go over to the living skeleton and hit them with the Soul Guitar M1, it'll actually heal them. I don't believe that at all, but let's go ahead and just test that out. Let me get this boy low real quick. Let me hit him with the M1. No, it's still dealing damage. It is still dealing damage. I don't know who came up with that myth, but that is just not true. Apparently, you drown in water twice as fast when you have sand activated. Now, to test this out, we're going to go ahead and do it right now without sand. Let's see how quick I drown. I would say this is probably about like close to 10 seconds around there. Now let's go ahead and equip the sand fruit and see how quick we drown now. In the anime, canonically, sand is twice as weak to water than most other devil fruits, so they should make sense. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is quick. That is way quicker, bro. That myth is confirmed 100%. Next myth, apparently when you dash, you go further if you jump. Okay, normal dash goes what, like 1, 2, 3 squares. Let's do a dash and a jump. Oh, you do go further. You go like twice as far. Okay, that's actually interesting and useful. So if you're in PvP, make sure to utilize them jumps, boys. Myth number 36, you can get more than 3 rumble dashes. Now the timing on this is a bit hard to do, but what you have to do is you have to wait a little bit between each electric flash. Electric flash for 1, wait a second. Electric flash 2, wait a second. Electric flash 3, wait a second. Now let me start spamming it. Oh, I do not believe that worked. Here's a video of a guy doing it right here though, and he's about to demonstrate how you do it. So this myth, I believe, is confirmed. I just got the timing wrong. You guys can see right here, he's spamming the F button. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He got 7 dashes there. So clearly the myth works. I just couldn't get it down. Number 37, apparently if you activate V4, transform to leopard, then reset in water, something crazy happens. Don't really know what that's gonna do. I think I'm just gonna end up dying. So like, let's just try to do it, bro. Okay, and I don't think anything happened. That myth is just false. But let's see if this next one isn't. Apparently, you can make a fruit invisible. And what you have to do is you have to reset, and as you're resetting, you drop the fruit, and apparently it'll become invisible. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna reset, boom, but I'm gonna drop the fruit. You guys can see I dropped that out of my inventory. It should be on the ground, right? In this exact area, I should be able to pick it up. Let me see. Let me go on the ground. Oh, I picked it up. It's invisible. It's in my inventory. It's in my hand, but I can't see it. Hold on, let me hand it over to my friend Husky. Let me see. Now he's literally holding the invisible fruit. That is actually kind of crazy. Now, apparently, Portal M1s can glitch you inside walls. For those of you who don't know what Portal M1 is, basically it's this right here. Now, I've never actually glitched inside of a wall with this, but let's go ahead and test it out here. Let's see. Let's aim it at this. Let's go in there. Oh, damn. I literally got that first try. So that myth is confirmed, bro. Like, there's no question about that. That one is confirmed. You can glitch inside walls with that 100%. Next myth, apparently if 2 T-Rexes use the C move on each other, it bugs the game. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, damn, that bugged the game out, bro. I honestly didn't even expect that would work, bro, but that was kind of crazy. Next myth, if you equip Portal and use Dimensional Rift, you won't be able to use your World Warp while in Dimensional Rift. Now, I've actually never tried this. I've never tried teleporting while in my Dimensional Rift, but let's go ahead and try it. Okay, the gateway pops up, but will we be able to teleport? Let's click Sea Castle. Nothing happens. The portal appears there, and it went on cooldown, but you can't actually teleport. So yeah, that myth is true. Next myth, apparently if you join the game as a Marine, then switch over to Pirate, you won't be able to ally anybody. Start as a Marine. As you can see, there is no ally button. Normally, it'd be where my cursor is right now, but usually when you go switch to a pirate, the button should reappear. So let's go ahead and switch to a pirate and see if it does. And no, it doesn't. You see that little empty spot right there where my cursor is? That's where the ally button would normally be, but since I started off as a Marine and switched over, the ally button just glitched out, which is very weird. The devs should definitely patch that, but that is myth confirmed. Number 43, if you kill someone and then do a gacha, you're guaranteed to get a legendary fruit. So let me type in chat, someone come out here, please. Let me go ahead and quickly just pack up one of these boys, you know what I'm saying? Let me pack up this boy right here. Boom, 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 boom. And one, finish him off. Now let's go ahead and do a Blox gacha and chop. That just did not work whatsoever, bro. 44, if you're Mink V4 and use Mink V3 while in water, it'll negate the water damage. There's no shot this works, right? Like, there's actually no shot. Okay, we're at the water. We have V4 activated. Now let me use V3. Yeah, we're definitely drowning. We're definitely drowning. That is 100% cap. Number 45, apparently you can use Control Gamma Rush outside of the room. If you hold Gamma Rush, wait like 30 seconds, eventually you will be able to move and use it outside of your room. You see, now my arms went down and now I can move, but I'm still holding it. My hand's still holding V right now, as you guys can see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my friend come over here outside the room, which I'm gonna let it go. Boom, it activates, it hits him, and now the room is gonna teleport to where I'm at, right? Or I guess not. I don't know what the heck just happened, but it still did damage. You guys can see there. So yeah, that myth is 100% confirmed. And the last myth was true, but let's see if this next one is. Does the Gamma Rush glitch have infinite range? All right, here we go. I'm about to walk up to my friend Mirai. Go ahead, teleport me. There we go. Let's see if it works. Oh, it still works. Does have infinite range. It could be hit no matter where you are. Next up, apparently if 2 Gravity Cane users use Dimensional Grasp on each other, it'll bug the game. All right, so I got my friend Mirage here. He's gonna use his Dimensional Grasp at the same time I do. Go ahead, hold it, and 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, nothing really interesting happened there. Okay, well, that myth is false. Now, it didn't work with Gravity Cane, but what about Midnight Blade? It's gonna be the same premise. We're both gonna use portal opening on each other and see what happens. All right, go. Oh, damn. Okay, that wasn't really buggy, but that was nice. That was nice. Still not what I was looking for, though, so that myth is still false. Let's use Cursed Dual Katana next. Except this time, we're going to make it a little more interesting. You guys remember that Cursed Dual Katana glitch we did earlier where it makes you stuck? We're going to see if 2 people do it on each other, will they both become stuck? All right, so let me go ahead and do this. Okay, let me unequip. Am I stuck? No, it does nothing. Okay, well, that unfortunately was false. Doesn't work. Now, all 3 of those weapon myths were false. None of them worked, but let's see if this 4th one does. If 2 Spiky Trident users use Stow Hurricane on each other, will the game bug? 3, 2, 1, go. Yo, yo, that's what I was looking for right there. I was looking for something game breaking like that, man. One last time. 3, 2, 1, go. What the, bro? He literally just teleported me to like under the map, bro. What? This myth is confirmed. Something crazy indeed does happen. Number 50, boys. We're now halfway through the video. Apparently, the CDKX glitch works on NPCs and you can break them to where they can't move. All right, let's hold it. Boom, unequip. There we go. Let's see. Is he able to move? Man's stuck. So that actually works on NPCs. That could be a way you could glitch NPCs. Number 52, if you eat a fruit and leave game before you finish eating it, when you join back, it won't activate. So let's say, for example, you accidentally ate a chop. If you leave while in the middle of eating it, when you join back, you'll still have your previous fruit. Just to make this as realistic as possible, I'm gonna equip kids today and pretend I'm eating this chopped fruit. Eat. All right, here we go. Let's reset. Let's join back and let's see if we still have Kitsune equipped or if we have chop equipped. All right, here we go. Here we go. And I still have Kitsune equipped. So that is true. If y'all accidentally ate a fruit, one way you could avoid using it is just quickly leave the game before it finishes eating. Apparently, if you use Flamingo Ride on an NPC, it makes it to where the NPC can no longer attack you, immobilizing them. So let's go ahead and go up to this NPC. Let's test if that's true. There we go. He's still attacking me. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that doesn't work. Hold on, let me see. One more time. Oh, wait, it does work. Don't really know why you'd want to do that, though. Now, it worked on NPCs, but for the next myth, does it work on bosses? Let's go ahead and go up to Bow and Hancock and let's use Flamingo Ride. And it doesn't look like it works on bosses. Okay, let's give it one more try. Yep, didn't even pick her up whatsoever. So that myth is false, but the first one is true. Next, apparently, if you go inside a Buddha, you won't be able to sky jump. So you guys can see right now, I can sky jump as usual, normal. Let me just go inside them, and now I won't be able to sky jump. You guys can see right there. For some reason, it's just disabled. You can't sky jump inside Buddhas. That myth is true. He said, what, you check it up there? What's it? Nah, bro. No Diddy, bro. No Diddy. Relax with the sus jokes. Next myth, apparently if someone summons a Sea Hunter boat and you go inside the boat like this and transform to Buddha, it'll make the boat fling. So let's go ahead and do it. Buddha. And it didn't really do much of anything. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe it's similar to the magma one where I gotta be under the boat. Let me do it like this. Under the boat. Okay, let's do it like this. Yeah, nothing's happening. I'm drowning though. I'm drowning though. Just let me know in the comments down if this is true, but for me, it's looking like a false. Next one, if you use lightning thrust while using the teleport to home feature, it'll make you fling. Teleport to home, I'm gonna equip E-Claw, and the moment it gets to 1 second, I'm gonna use lightning thrust. Oh, it's supposed to put me on land when you teleport home, but lightning thrust, it made it like fling me like up in the air. That was weird. Okay, that myth is confirmed. So earlier we couldn't sky jump inside of a Buddha, and that myth was confirmed, but apparently for this next myth, you also can't sky jump while inside of a boat. This one I think is a good one to try it out on. All right, so I'm gonna stand right here and I'm gonna try to Geppo. I'm spamming my Geppo. It's not working. Let me go a little bit outside of the boat and it's working. Let me go inside of it and it no longer works, which is weird. I don't understand why that doesn't work. Number 59, spring is faster than the light fruit. All right, now to test this myth out, I have my friend Exotic right here with the light fruit. We're gonna race at the end of this bridge and whoever gets to the end first wins. 3, 2, 1, and go. Boom. Ooh, ooh. We're actually winning. We're actually winning. We're actually winning, boys. Spring actually won. Spring actually won, bro. And I wasn't even going as fast as I could. Now, in terms of traditional speed, Spring is just not even close to as fast as Light. But in a race like this, with walls to bounce off of, Spring is the fastest route in the game, hands down. Next myth, if you sit in a boat while teleporting to home, the boat will come to land. Let me get my boat over here. And let's sit down and teleport. See if it goes. Oh, what? It actually worked. Huh? Next up, apparently Love X has infinite range. I did this in a video once and y'all didn't believe me. believe me. Y'all said it was fake. Y'all said it was scripted, whatever. But let's just go ahead and test it on a small scale. Cupid zone, right? See that NPC over there, that raider? Let's go to use over there. See that range right there? All right, now let's double that. See that raider over there? I'm now double the distance I was before. So let's go up and see if it still hits. Cupid zone. Boom. It's still hitting. It's still hitting. It's over there. It's not hitting him, but it's like right on top of him. Now let's take it a step further and test it out on a player. I got my friend Exotic right over there. We're gonna test it out from this distance. Boom. And it hits. I don't think like much skills in this game would be able to even land that far. So let's take it a step further, go even further back. No skill in the game would really be able to hit this far. Like, let me use Soul Guitar. I don't even think that would hit. Yeah, Soul Guitar doesn't even hit from this distance. So let's see if Cupid Zone does. All right, so let's go ahead and use Cupid Zone. Let's hold it. There we go. Let's go ahead and shoot it out. Boom. And it's still hitting him. It's still hitting him from that distance. That's crazy. So there you have it, man. There you have it. Cupid Love Zone is infinite range. Literally no move in the game is going that far distance. Next up, you can phase through the ground in second C using Buddy Sword. Now to do this, what you need is someone standing on this brown little path outside a cafe, right? Right in the middle. You jump up, hit him with both Buddy Sword moves real quick, and you guys can see, didn't work that time. Let's try it again. This man said doo-doo. All right, bro, you talking crazy. It's all fun and games. So I launch you into that map, man. It's all fun and games. Let's hit him here. Boom. There we go. You guys can see I launched him under there, and man's just drowned from the water under the map. Number 62. Apparently, if you use Dragon Transformation in lava, it's immune to damage. So let's go ahead and go over here to the lava. Let's use the Dragon Transformation, and let's go down and see if we can be damaged. Trying to go down as far as I can. It's not letting me, so technically, by default, this myth is true. Number 63. There is a hidden area inside Haunted Ship. So if you equip Portal and teleport the Haunted Ship, and then you switch over to the T-Rex fruit. There we go. Got max bar. Then you have to go in this room right here where the raid boss spawns. Go up to the chandelier. Go to the top of it right here. Transform to T-Rex, and then hit teleport. So you guys can see this is now a secret area, which is technically under the cursed ship. Now that myth is true, but let's see if this next one is. Technically, this is under the cursed ship, which means you should be underwater. Can you move around in this without dying? Okay, let's take a step. Oh, damn, my health went down quick. Look at that. I went from 12,000 to 9,000 in like seconds. Look at this. I'm gonna move, watch my health. Went down like another 1,000. What if I flash step? Boom. Let me do this. Yeah, I died. Okay, yeah, that myth is false. You cannot move under here, but it's still a cool area. Apparently, dashing with the Acidum rifle makes you dash faster. So first off, we need something to scale it by. Let me dash without it. Let me see how this looks. Okay, dashing. Let me pull out the Acidum rifle. I wouldn't say it's faster. It feels about the same. If anything, it's slower because my feet are like dragging. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this myth is false. I'm not feeling no difference. But let's see if this next one is true. Apparently, if you drop a fruit on the ground and world warp to a different island, the fruit will come with you. There we go. Got the flame fruit. I'm gonna drop it right here. Now I'm gonna world warp right next to it without picking it up. Right there. Okay, that should be close enough to world warp with me. Dock 1, and the fruit did not come with, so that is fake. Number 67. Using /WinterKloudz luck in chat will guarantee you a mythical fruit at the gacha. Yeah, I already know this one's 100%, boys. /WinterKloudz luck. Yes, sir. This man about to pull a crazy mythic, bro. This man about to pull a crazy mythic. No shot, bro. Actually pulled something. He said that's actually not bad. I mean, it's a legendary. I guess not a mythical, so technically myth's false. But if you use /WinterKloudz luck, you're guaranteed to at least get a legendary. Next myth, you can use gun attacks while riding a kitsune. Okay, let me go ahead and mount. Let me see if I can do like gun M1s. Oh, you can do gun M1s. Normally, if you do a move, it like pushes you off of them immediately, right? So we could do M1s. Let's see if we can do Spiky Bomb. Nope, Spiky Bomb gets me off of them as well. So technically, this is true. You actually can use moves, or at least the M1 while riding kitsune. Next up, if you drop a fruit on the ground and use Dofus Fuchilade, it'll make the fruit move. All right, so the fruit is right there. See, I'm gonna keep my cursor right there the entire time. If it moves, then we'll see it move off of the cursor. All right, and it didn't move whatsoever. My character was the one that moved from the Dofus Fuchilade. Myth busted. Number 71, if you equip the Pale Scarf, use Ken, then unequip it, the boost will still be there. So we can see that guy right there. That's my boy Mirage. Let me tell him, teleport to a far island. He is over there at the Winter Castle. Normally, if you didn't have the Pale Scarf, you wouldn't even be able to see him. Let me just demonstrate that real quick. You guys can see without the Pale Scarf, I can't even see him. Now, theoretically, if we equip this, activate our Ken, right? Then equip a different accessory and don't unactivate our Ken, it should still be there, and it is true. Even without it activated, you guys can see the Pale Scarf is not there. We still have the Ken boost. And this next one I think will be pretty interesting. Apparently, if you transform into Awakened Buddha while you're drowning, you'll still be drowning. As we all know, if you transform into Awakened Buddha and just go in water, you guys can see it makes you immune to drowning. But let's see if you transform while you're drowning, what happens. All right, I'm drowning, and yo, I'm still drowning. Wait, it stopped. Okay, so that myth is false. But to follow up on that, this next myth is that Awakened Buddhas can be drowned. All right, so right now he's in the water and he's not not drowning, he's perfectly fine. But if I use a move that'll push him under the water, then he'll start drowning. For example, Dofish Fusillade. You guys can see now he is drowning and actually getting packed up by the water. So don't think Buddhas are just completely immune from drowning. With certain moves, you actually can pack them up and make them boys drown. Next myth, if you stand on lava without moving, you won't take damage. And let's test this out. An easy way to test this out, we have Portal, teleport to lava, have my hand off the keyboard. I took damage initially, but now I am no longer taking damage. So this myth is true. And while we're on Portal, this next myth, apparently if you use Portal Parallel Escape while on a boat, it'll fling the boat. So I'm going to use Parallel Escape while trying to sit down at the same time. So let's see. Parallel Escape. One more time. Parallel Escape. And yeah, none of it works. Okay, this myth is false. And continuing even further on the Portal myths, apparently you can't use World Warp and teleport when you're during a law raid. All right, now I'm going to get this raid started by fighting law like this. And then I'm going to try teleporting to Cafe. Oh, it's true. You can. Next up, if you use the best friend move of love while fighting a sea beast, the sea beast will target the best friend instead of you. So we got a sea beast. Now's our time to shine. Let's see if he targets my best friend or me. Let's start hitting him. Oh, he is targeting my best friend. Look, he's shooting straight at my best friend. He's not even shooting me. He's straight up ignoring me. So this myth is actually true. All right, though, with that myth out the way, we have another one. Apparently, second CC beasts give more fragments than third CC beasts. So first off, we got to go kill the sea beast we have here. All right, here we go. And sea beast down. We got 250 fragments from one sea beast. All right, now we got to go to third sea and check how much we get from that one. We're now danger level 3. Sea beast should spawn any minute now. Speak of the devil. One sea beast over there. All right, bet. All right, here we go. Boom. And oh, wow. This only gave me 150. So that myth is actually surprisingly true. Second CCBs give like 100 more. Next myth, apparently while in Mink V4, you can super dash to glitch through walls. There is actually a place in the castle on the sea. I think it's like up here, which you could glitch through the wall if you try. Let's see if it works here. Super glitch. Boom. Okay, it doesn't do it. Let me try this wall. Oh, it went through that wall. Okay, let me try it again. Boom. Yes, sir. You can glitch through walls with this. 2 dragons using Draconic Claw on each other will bug the game. All right, I got my boy right here. We're going to hold Draconic Claw, and then when I say go, he's going to let it go, and we're both going to use it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And damn, that was just like the spiky trident move we did, bro. It kind of flung us around a little bit. Okay, that myth is true, but what will it do if we do it in the air? Let's see this. Next myth, in the air. Let me tell him go. Oh, okay, that kind of bugged it a little bit more. Next myth, you can't go up the stairs to the Temple of Time without there being a full moon active. All right, here we go. Now we got to talk to this guy right here, Mysterious Force. We are now in the Temple of Time. Now this you can go into without a full moon just fine. But if you open this lever, go through this little doorway, go straight across the hall, you guys can see there's another entrance over here. And you guys can see it is completely blacked out. As you guys can see, no matter how much I go up these stairs, I'm never going to end up getting to the top of it because it's not a full moon. Now you may be thinking that the myth is true because of that, but it's false. My boy Mirage is currently up there even though it's not a full moon, and that is because he has his race completely maxed out and have all the gears. If you have those 2 things, you'll be able to go up there at will, whether it's a full moon or not. So this myth is false. You don't need a full moon to go up there. Number 82, Unawakened Magma Ultimate does more damage than the Awakened version. I'm gonna try to aim it right so all of them hit too. Magma Meteors, boom. Okay, there we go. It's doing a lot more this time. 3,597. Now let's go do the Awakened version and compare. Awakened Volcanic Storm, boom. Yo, yeah, that is way, damn, 7,365. That is not even close. This is no competition, bro. Awakened Magma wins by a long shot. Next one, apparently if you hold an ability while trying to go through a portal, it won't teleport. All right, there it goes right there. As soon as I'm walking in, I'm gonna hold 1,000 strikes. There we go. Oh, it didn't do anything. Hold on. That was weird. The first time it didn't teleport me, the second time it did. One last time, this time I'm gonna try it with Do. Yep, there it is right there, completely bugged. When you hold a move like that, then it starts to bug. Okay, so that's true. That myth is true. And speaking of not being able to hold moves, if you hold an ability while being teleported through a raid, it will bug you. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate it, except I'm going to be holding an ability right here. Holding it. Should teleport me any second now. And it did nothing. All right, that one wasn't true, but since we're in the Phoenix raid, let's go ahead and do this next myth. Apparently, the Phoenix raid regular NPCs are higher level than the raid boss itself. These guys right here on the first island are level 3,505. And let's see what level the raid boss is. All right, boss about to spawn in. Let's find out, boys. All right, there he goes. Let's go ahead and go in there and see. He is level 2,370. He's actually lower level than the NPCs, bro. What? Now, as you can see, I am now sailing back to the danger zone once again. And the reason why is for this next myth, you can make a Terror Shark despawn. Danger level 4. Terror Shark should be spawning any moment now. There we go, boys. A Terror Shark just spawned. All right, I have to act quick before me and my boat die. So apparently, all you have to do is just press Dimensional Rift, right? When I go in my dimension, he should be disappeared by the time I go out. If this works, this would be lit, bro. Dealing with unwanted terror stalks is so annoying. All right, so let's go out now and he should be gone. And oh, no way. It actually worked. Myth confirmed, man. The cool thing is this also works for any sea event as well. You guys can see a ghost ship just spawned, dimensional rift. Now let me go back out and the ghost rate is gone. 88, similar to a myth we had earlier. Apparently, if you eat a fruit and reset while you're eating, it won't activate. Okay, so let's go ahead and eat the ice fruit and then let's go reset. And let's see, does it activate? It's still activated. That myth is false. It doesn't work like the other one where if you leave the game, it doesn't activate. 89, if you pull out a smoke fruit while transforming to Kitsune, it will go invisible. Let me get all my tails real quick. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now what I gotta do is I gotta pull out a smoke fruit. And as I'm transforming, quickly switch over. And there we go, boys. Invisible Kitsune, 100% confirmed myth. Number 90. Now for this one, I gotta talk to this luxury boat dealer and get a boat. I'm gonna get like the lantern boat. Now I have to go back to Portal. And the myth is if you sit down while trying to do world warp, it won't teleport you. So let me go ahead and just do this. There we go. I'm sat down on the chair and I have my gateway portal menu open. Let me try to teleport to Port Town. And as you guys can see, wow, that is weird. I didn't think it would work like that, but looks like sitting down negates being able to teleport. Now we all know that leopard form makes you immune to taking damage from lava. As you guys can see right here, I'm taking no damage whatsoever. But apparently, if you're activated in Cyborg V4, for some reason, it makes you immune to lava, which I think is count, but let's find out. All right, here we go. Let's activate Cyborg V4. Now let's go transformation. I have no idea why would this make me take damage in lava, but let's test it out. And this is false. I do not take no damage whatsoever. Let me go over here. Like I did with the dragon form. Oh, wait. Okay, suddenly I can take damage from lava. So is that myth confirmed? Huh, that's weird, bro. Kitsune with pilot helmet is faster than Do. Now to find this out, we're gonna do the same method we did earlier. We're gonna race from the start of this bridge to the end. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. I'm using my scorching donut. Damn, I'm gonna get dusted. Sheesh. This is undisputed. This is undisputed, bro. Pilot helmet Kitsune is way faster. Kitsune may be faster than Do, but is it faster than light though? Next myth, we're racing against light. Countdown again, Husky. Countdown again. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, bet. I may have aimed it wrong. But oh, he's already ahead of me. He's already ahead of me. Yeah. Kitsune is faster than light. 2-0 in Kitsune's favor. Last but not least, boys, I got one more thing up my sleeve. It may have been faster than light and Do, but is it faster than Spring? The thing that beat light earlier too. Last race, Spring versus Kitsune. And go. All right. I got the Spring leap. Let's see how this keeps up. Oh, I'm actually in the lead. Yo, Spring actually won. So Spring's actually even faster than Pilot Helmet Kitsune. That's wild. So the last one is busted. Pilot Helmet Kitsune is not faster than Spring. And while we're on Kitsunes, apparently for this next myth, if you ally someone, let them mount you as a Kitsune, then unally them, the Kitsune will deal damage to the person mounted to them. All right, I got my Kitsune form. Let me do transformation. Let me tell my boy Mirage, mount me. Pause. Okay, there he goes. He mounted me. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unally him, and now I should be hitting him just by M1ing. Yep, I'm hitting him by M1ing. He's literally mounted to me, and I'm hitting him, bro. That's wild. I can literally just kill him if I wanted to while he's on my back. Even he's surprised in chat. He said, what the hell? So yeah, that myth is confirmed. If you hold a cursed enchantment after you run out of sky jumps, it will lend you more sky jumps. So let's go ahead and use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I ran out of sky jumps. Can't jump anymore. Let's hold a cursed enchantment. Been holding it for a while. Let's see if this works. And it didn't regen my Geppo. So that is false. Now that didn't work for Kitsune, but I believe it does work for Leopard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you gotta hold spiraling kick. You gotta hold it for like 10-15 seconds and it'll grant you your Geppos back. One of my favorite glitches in the game. Hopefully it didn't get patched. The moment of truth, and let's see. Nah, I got patched, bro. It doesn't work anymore. Well, both of those myths were fake. Myth 98. M1 spamming while holding Ken Vander grants you a little bit of float time in the air. All right, I'm going to jump up really high, and I'm just going to spam M1 really quick. Oh, you can get a little bit of float time in the air. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We got float time. We got hang time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that myth is true. Myth 99. The lower stat points you have in health, the less damage you take from lava. All right, so right now, I lose. I don't even really know how I lose. I don't know how to count that, but like I lose a ton per second. Like I died in a matter of seconds. So let's go ahead and do a stat point reset. There we go. 1 defense, and let's see how much I take then. Oh yeah, you take way less. Oh, it just scales with your health. Okay, so that myth is true. And now for the final myth. Myth number 100. Now, as you guys see in Human V4, it affects the terrain, and there's like little rocks or like particles coming off the ground. Now, apparently, if you transform into Buddha, these rocks become bigger, scaling with the size of Buddha. Oh, it does. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the terrain, bro. Look at the terrain, bro. That's fire. W last myth, if I do say so myself. And for our first first myth, it says that paw has an infinite ranged attack. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about this myth before, but today I'm gonna try it out myself to see if it's true. To test this theory, I have my friend standing all the way on the edge of this bridge, as you guys can see right there, and we're gonna use the paw ability to try to hit him. All right, heavy paw. Let's see if that hits him. Let's see if that... I aimed it too high. We gotta try that again. Let's aim right here. Too low? That one should hit. That one should hit. That one should hit. Oh, it hit him. It hit him. Yo, the range is infinite. All right, so this myth's confirmed. Paw does have infinite range. The next myth says that the light move of Kilo can go on forever. So let's go ahead and try this out. This is the light move. Apparently, this can go on forever. So by the end of this, I should be in the stratosphere. It's been about 2.5 minutes of me holding this. I'm going to say this is true. You can use this move forever because this is not stopping. Myth number 3 is that Awakened Buddha and Unawakened Buddha both have the same M1 range. So my friend here has Awakened Buddha. I have Unawakened Buddha. So for me to M1 with Unawakened Buddha, I need to be within this range minimum. Now I'm going to have Kazeki pull up with his Awakened Buddha, be slightly further behind me and see if he can still hit him. But Kazeki's a little bit behind me. Try M1ing. M1. And he's not able to hit him. So this myth is actually true. That's actually weird. As big as he is, you would think the range would be increased. Next myth says that third C fruit gacha gives you better luck. Now to test this out, I'm gonna have to go back to first C. All right, so here we are in first C. First C gacha. What do I get? And I get a chop fruit. Kind of fitting since it's first C. I got my friend in second C. He's about to do a gacha. Let's see what he gets. And he gets a spike. I guess that's slightly better than chop. So far this is looking a little bit true, but let's go to third C and see what we get there. And lastly, in third C, we have my boy Rip Guy rolling for 1 barrier. Wow. Okay, so this actually was the best one. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of surprising. So I guess myth confirmed. Next myth says that pilot helmet is the same speed as Mink V3. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my race till I get Mink, and then we're gonna test this out. Me and my friend are gonna race to the end of the bridge on 3, 2, 1, go. No dashing either. I'm actually smoking him. I'm actually smoking him. Yo, pilot helmet is not the same speed as Mink V3. This myth is busted. This is just not true at all. Like, even without V3, it's still slower. Next myth, apparently Love Flight can glitch more than 4 people in a fruit raid. All right, so I got my boy Rip Guy on the Flamingo. Now, normally, as you guys can see, you can only do 4 slots per raid. But with Rip Guy on my back, if I stand right here like so, it'll go green and Rip Guy will get teleported in the raid with me. Let's see, will Rip Guy actually get teleported with us? Oh my gosh, he actually came with me. So we have 5 people in this raid. Realistically, you could get 8 people in this. Okay, so this myth's confirmed. And while we're here, the next myth is that you can eat a fruit while inside of a raid. So let me go to my inventory real quick. There we go. Add it to backpack. Let me see if I can eat this fruit. I never even knew you could do this. Oh, you could actually eat a fruit in a raid. Flame fruit activated. So this myth is also confirmed. Next myth is that control apparently can make a boat float. I gotta see this for myself. All right, so my friend Kazaki has control and he's about to try to make the boat float. Let's see if he does it. Oh, you can actually do it. He's flinging us? What the hell? He just exploded the entire boat. Okay, so that myth is true. That's actually insane. Next myth says that if you're low health, that the venom flight goes faster. I've heard this myth a lot throughout the days. I've never once noticed it myself, but let's go ahead and try it. Serpent's Wrath. Okay, so I'm going this speed right now. This seems about normal speed. Okay, one more hit. There we go. It does look a little bit faster. It does look a little bit fast. I don't know by much, but it is slightly faster. I will say that. So this myth is actually confirmed. Next myth is that walking over different materials in Blox fruits has a different sound. So let's say grass versus the carpet versus the concrete. Okay, you guys can hear that. Okay, that's concrete. Let's look at grass. It does have a slightly different sound to it. I was going here, and it has an even different sound. So this is true. This is true. Next myth is that rubber is both immune to Goro and guns. Now, obviously, Luffy's immune to it in the anime, but is this true in the game as well? Try to hit me with your rumble moves. Oh, none of that is hitting. So I'm completely immune to all of that. That's actually OP. Let's see if the gun hits me. All right, so Kazuki has a soul guitar. Try to hit me with the moves. Okay, the shoot doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's actually insane. So this myth is actually true. Rubber is both immune to guns and Goro. Next myth is that you can flamingo ride NPCs. So obviously we already know that you can flamingo ride your friends. But the question is, can you do it to NPCs? All right, so it worked on my partner. Let's see. Can I flamingo ride this guy? You could actually flamingo ride NPCs? That is crazy. And he can't even attack me either. He's literally just stuck on this flamingo. Okay, so this myth is true. That's true. The next myth says that leopard has infinite sky jumps. So normally you only have 10 sky jumps, 9, 10, and I can no longer sky jump. With leopard, what you can do is you can go all the way up to the 10. Now I'm out of sky jumps. Let me hold spiraling kick. Let me use that. And now I have 10 more sky jumps. And if I keep holding my abilities, I can wait until that comes back and just keep repeating that over and over again. So this myth is actually true, boys. And while we're on leopard, the next myth is that leopard transformation makes it to where you take no damage standing on top of lava. We're now at lava right now. Normally when you stand on this, you take damage, as you guys can see, but will I take damage when I go leopard form? Let's see. Wow, so leopard can literally just stand on lava. That is actually broken. That's busted. Myth confirmed. And now for the 15th myth, apparently if 2 people use the spiky trident move at the same time, it'll bug the game out. Okay, so let's do it at the same time. Go. That's actually true. That myth's confirmed. Myth number 16. Apparently, if you use light flight in the frog room under the cafe, it'll kick you from the game. Let me teleport into the frog room like so. Let me go in here and let's use light flight. Okay. So this is kind of crazy. Apparently, if I just hold it like this for a while, I'll get kicked from the game. Well, after trying it out for a while, I tried to do it multiple different times. I can say this myth is busted. It's not true. You don't get kicked from the game, but it is a fun thing to do. The next myth says, though, the higher you are with Kilo, the more damage you deal. So obviously, we know the Kilo user in the anime, the higher she is, the more damage she's going to deal. But I don't think that's true in this game. I don't believe it at all. So let's test the base damage of Kilo right here, 10,000 kilograms. How much damage does this deal? 1439. Okay, so now let me go higher up. So let me go from this distance right here. Boom. 1439. It's the same damage, so it doesn't matter how high you go, it's gonna be the same damage. So this myth is busted. Next myth, apparently if you Buddha shift, then use Haki, then un-Buddha shift, it'll mess up the Haki. So let me equip a Buddha again. You guys can see I have full body Haki right here, just so we can demonstrate this properly. Let me transform, and then we use Haki, and then let me untransform. It doesn't seem like anything really changed. Let me try that again with Awakened Buddha. Awakened Buddha shift. There we go. Now let me use Haki, and then let me unshift. Boom. And it actually messed up my head. So this myth is actually confirmed. It messed up my head. Like the Haki's no longer on my head. Okay. Myth number 19. Apparently portal can make you invisible. Okay, so Kazeki, I'm gonna have you use your portal move. When I say go, try to use it and see if you're invisible. Okay, you use that ability, and now he is completely invisible. Let me use Observation Haki. I can't see him at all. He's in a completely different playing field. That is insane. So this myth is confirmed. I always thought this one was interesting. Next myth, apparently the Angel V3 can heal you faster than you lose health in water. Now, I do not believe this whatsoever, but we're gonna find out ourselves once and for all. Really don't believe this is gonna do much, but let's see. Okay, we're losing health. Okay, and this is doing nothing to my health loss from the water. It didn't even slow it down. I didn't even notice. So this myth is busted. Next myth, you can have the range of Buddha without being in the shift form. I've seen a lot of people do this glitch. What you do is you go shift form like this. Okay, so I unshift and boom. And my sword is big. And I also have increased range. Like, look at this. I'm gonna hit this guy. You guys can see how far I'm hitting him from over here. So this myth is true. This myth is true. You can have the range of Buddha without needing to be in shift form. You just have to time it right. Next myth, apparently you can use the control gamma rush even outside of your room. All right, guys, I'm gonna test this out. I have my friend Kazeki inside his room. He's gonna hit me with the gamma rush outside of the room. You guys can see right here. He's actually able to hit me from outside the room? That's actually insane. That is actually insane, bro. What the hell? So this myth is actually true. You can hit the gamma rush even outside of the control room. OP. That's OP as hell. Next myth, if you hold Dragon Seed while talking to the fruit remover, it'll make you float forever. Now, I can't believe I'm about to waste a dragon for the sake of this video, but hey, I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it for y'all. Let's eat this thing. All right, so what I have to do is I have to hold the fire shower, talk to him, and remove it all at the same time. Okay, let's remove it. He said stop removing. He said stop doing something. Okay, so let me try doing this. Let me hold an ability. Okay, we're holding a move. We're talking to him. Stop using your ability first. So this myth is busted. You can't even talk to him while using an ability. That actually sucks. I thought that was going to be an interesting one. While we're on Dragon, let's go ahead and do this next myth. Apparently, if you hold the Dragon Heat Wave B move, it'll disappear after holding it for a long time. So let's sit here, hold this. I don't know how long this is going to take. I've been standing here for about a minute straight. Nothing's happening. I'm just going to stay here a little bit longer and see if anything happens. So far, this is not looking good.
A few minutes later.
It went away after about 2 minutes of waiting. It went invisible. It shows nothing. No animation or nothing. Let's see. Does the move still come out? It does still come out, but that myth is true. It does go invisible after you hold it for a long time. And we are now at the halfway point, boys. Myth number 25, the magma fruit can walk on lava without taking damage. Now, by all means, this would make sense for it to not take damage, but I don't know. I'm always skeptical about it. Let's check this out. Wait a minute. So magma actually makes it to where you take no damage at lava. So myth confirmed. That is actually true. You take no damage with magma. Next myth, if you try to use spiky trident pull on someone sitting in a boat, it bugs the game out. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull this guy. It didn't really bug out the boat, kind of just made it like lean a little bit. So I'm gonna say this myth is busted. I tried it out twice, didn't really do much. Next myth, light flight goes slower when you're low health. So unlike Venom, this would be the exact opposite. So let's go ahead and look at light flight right now. This is how light flight looks right now. It's pretty fast. One of the fastest transportations in the game. Give me a little bit lower. There we go. That's good. Let me use shining flight. And this is a lot slower. So the exact opposite of the Venom fruit. This fruit gets worse the lower health you are. Well, this myth is confirmed. Next myth, Unawakened Buddha is faster than Awakened Buddha. So me and my Awakened Buddha friend right here are gonna race to the start of the bridge on go. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, go. No dashes. We're just gonna go regular base running speed. Right now, it seems they're about even. Maybe Unawakened Buddha is like slightly faster. Doesn't seem like Awakened Buddha or Unawakened Buddha have any disadvantage or advantage as far far as speed go, and it is a tie. Myth busted. Unawakened Buddha is not faster than Awakened Buddha. Next myth, piercing clothesline on Awakened Dough can't go on water. Let's test this out. Piercing clothesline. It can. Okay, so this myth is actually busted. Piercing clothesline can go in water, though it doesn't last for long, but it can go in water, so that is actually busted. Next myth, spirit is the fastest fruit in the game. Now, there is a spirit glitch that exists that you can do if you have it permanent. What I'm gonna do is wait until this spirit bar goes to 9, and then I'm gonna tap it only when it's on the blue side. You guys can see right here, I'm pressing it right now, only when it's on the blue side. Boom. And then I go quickly switch over to a different fruit. You guys can see I now have a speed boost. You can stack this multiple times and you can get it to the point where the game actually like registers you going too fast and the anti-cheat kicks in. So this myth is actually confirmed. All right, now next myth, supposedly sand takes more damage from quake waves. Now we know crocodile takes double damage from water in the anime. It was true for rubber. Let's see if it's true for this. So I got my boy Yen here. He's about to do the waves. Let's see how much damage it does without me being on sand. Okay, these are very anticlimactic waves, but it did 2,929. 2,929 is how much damage I took now. Now I'm gonna switch to sand. He's gonna do the same thing. Okay. There we go. How much damage was it? 2,929. Same. Okay, so this myth is busted. Sand does not take more damage from quake waves. But while we're on sand, let's go ahead and test if sand takes more damage from the water than other fruits. So let me go in here. Let's see. Okay. Damn. I did that quick? What the hell? Okay, that definitely seemed faster than other fruits, but just for reference, let's go ahead and test it out with a different fruit. Let's see how quick we die with leopard, bro. Okay. Oh, you definitely died quicker with sand. Like, I died so quick with sand. So that myth is actually true. Sand does take more damage in water than any other fruit. Next myth says that if you get teleported to lava and stand still, you won't take any damage from the lava. So I'm gonna have one of my friends teleport me over there. All right, teleport me to lava. And this is actually true. I'm not taking no damage. My hand is off the keyboard. I'm not taking any damage. But hold on, let me see. As soon as I start moving, I start taking damage. Okay, so that myth is actually true. Next myth, typing sub to WinterKloudz in chat before doing a gacha guarantees you a legendary. Believe it or not, I actually have history of this being true. Just look at this clip right here. You typed in /sub to WinterKloudz. That's gonna get him a legendary for sure. He got a rumble. No way. So you guys can see he got a rumble by saying that. So let's type it in chat, sub to WinterKloudz, and then let's go ahead and do a gacha. I should be guaranteed to get a legendary, right? Bro, no way I got a quake. We got a legendary from that? That is actually insane. Myth confirmed. Next myth says that you can use unawakened dough roller on the water if you have the shark race. Now we all know typically roller donut does not work on water. As soon as you try to use it in water, it just, interrupts the move and you start taking damage. Question is, will this work with the Fishman race? Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, you can actually use it with the Fishman race. Okay, so if you have Fishman, you can actually use the roller donut unawakened and it'll be a decent transportation move. Okay, so this myth is actually true. And all right, boys, the next myth is that you can reach the beautiful pirate domain through a hidden passage in the Yama waterfall. So there's an area you can go in the waterfall right over here, but apparently there's a hidden secret passage area right up here. There's a little gap right here, and if you go under here, you can see the entire map of Third Sea. And I guess now we just have to find the beautiful pirate domain area, which I believe is right here, right under the great tree. So let me go ahead and go over here. Beautiful pirate domain. Okay, let me try to see if I can glitch in there. There we go. We glitched through and we've reached the beautiful pirate domain. So that's actually true. That's actually kind of interesting, bro. I never even knew about that. Coming up next, the Whitebeard cape logo changes depending on if you're a marine or pirate. I think this is it right here, accessory coat. Okay, here we are right here. You guys can see it's the Whitebeard pirate emblem right now. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy, marine recruiter. And there you guys go. You see the logo? Not only just the logo, but the color of it actually changed too. So this myth is actually confirmed. Next myth, if you hold Dark Bomb above your head for a long time, it'll stay there forever. I'm assuming this is going to be similar to the dragon one where I have to hold it for like 2 minutes. So let's just go ahead and try this one out. Dark Bomb. This will actually be lit if this stays above my head forever though.
A few minutes later.
I've been standing here for about 4 minutes. Nothing's happening. I'm just gonna let it go and see if anything happens. Nothing happens. So I guess this myth is busted. It doesn't stay on my head forever. I was hoping it would, but that's a little disappointing. The next myth is actually suggested by one of the fans in the server. He says if you hold an ability while going in the portal, your game is gonna bug. I think he means the portal up here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's hold. Well, I held an ability. It didn't really bug my game, but it just didn't teleport me. Hold on, let me just try this again. Great spear, and it just straight up didn't teleport me. Okay, well, I don't know if that's considered bugging because it kind of broke the teleport and made it not work, but I would say that's definitely myth busted. Next myth, apparently if you use God Human while sitting in a boat at the same time, it'll make the boat bug out. All right, got God Human now. Let's spawn Swan Boat. I think what I have to do is I have to like use this. Okay, that didn't really do much. Let me see. Try this one more time to try to get it as glitchy as I'm looking for. So let me just try doing this. Oh, there we go. There we go. So myth confirmed. It did make the boat bug out like crazy. I like that. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we have only 10 myths left to bust. We almost there, boys. It's been a bit of a journey. Next myth, you can get a permanent Phoenix ore if you use the healing move and fast kick at the same time. So let's try to do this real quick. Blue Flames, fast kick. I don't think there's any physical way we could do it at the same time. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I tried to use it at the same time. I don't know if this works. Can you even do it at the same time? Give it one more try. Let's give it one more try. This time I'll try to do fast kick first, and then maybe blue flame. You can't do it. You can't do it. That's the third time I tried. So this myth is busted. I was hoping this was gonna be true, but I guess it's not. But that's not the only Phoenix myth I have. Apparently, going half form makes you lose your limbs. So let me go to hybrid flight real quick. It replaces my arms with wings, but let's see if they come back. Okay, so they came back. No worries though. I'm gonna try to awaken every move once again and see if that maybe bugs them out. Okay, let's awaken all the moves. Swift flight. Okay, so now my arms are replaced with bigger wings. Now let's undo these, and my arms are still there. So I don't know if this myth is busted just yet. I'm gonna give it another try and we'll see if I can get it to glitch. Well, after several attempts of trying to get this to glitch, I can't seem to make my limbs go away. I could have sworn this happened to me once before, but for now, I'm just gonna have to say myth busted. Next myth, you can awaken a fruit without even having to do a raid. So if you guys go to cafe, go under here, go all the way to this corner right here, and then teleport. So you guys can see I am now under the map in second C. Now, if you go all the way over to, I think it's right there, that building right there, there's a little platform right here. If you look inside of it, you guys can see this is the awakening room right there. All right, I managed to get inside the room. So now I'm gonna switch to a fruit that I'm able to awaken, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to this guy and awaken one of my fruits. Let me talk to him. Greetings, mortal. What do you seek? Ascension? Wait, you cannot talk to this NPC. Okay. I got really excited there. This myth is busted though. You have to actually go through the raid. You can get in the room, which is cool, but it's not gonna let you awaken. Next myth says ice moves can damage sea beasts. There's actually a lot of fruits that can't damage sea beasts. Like a lot of portal moves don't work on sea beasts. So I'm curious to see if this is actually true. All right, we got a sea beast now. It's time to see, do the moves do damage? Let me check M1. Okay, M1 does no damage. Ice spears. Okay, ice spears do damage. Ice surge. Ice Surge did no damage. Let me see. Ice Bird. Ice Bird did damage. Glacial Epoch. Does this damage? Glacial Epoch did no damage. So this myth is confirmed. While we're still on ice, let's go ahead and test out this next myth. Ice can stand on lava without taking damage. Obviously, Leopard could do it. Magma could do it. Let's see if ice could do it. Let's stand on it. And this myth is busted. Damn. I died quick as hell. Damn. Yep, yeah, that myth was definitely busted. Ice cannot walk on lava like Leopard or Magma can. We only have 5 more myths to go, boys. Next myth, the control fruit can pick up the second sea bridge. I'm on my ult right now with the control fruit. Let me use room. Let's see if we can levitate this bridge. Levitate. Oh, wait. You actually can break the bridge and levitate it. Okay, that's fire. That is fire right there. Yes, sir. Okay, so we can destroy the whole bridge like we bobbed a billet or something, bro. That is fire. That is fire. And that myth is confirmed. But that's not the only myth I have with control. The next myth is that control can cut through barriers moves. So as you guys can see right here, I can cut through this tree with the levitate move. I just cut off the top of that tree. But what we're trying to prove is if Ope can cut through the barrier moves or not. So I got my friend here with barrier. He's got the wall right there. Let me see. Okay, so that is not a good sign. It's not actually cutting the barrier move. It's just making a rock out of it. Okay, we got the stairs now. Let me see. Doesn't look like it can actually cut through. Control cannot cut through barriers moves. It just simply replicates the color through the rock. Next myth, being a marine gets you better luck in the fruit gacha. So to test this theory out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll right now as a pirate. I'm gonna go on a different ult account as a marine, and we're gonna compare what we got. And let's see what I get as a pirate. I get the bomb fruit. Okay, let me drop that. Okay, now we are on my ult account as a marine. I don't know why it's in first C, but let's go ahead and do a gacha here and let's see what we get. Yes, sir. A barrier fruit. So technically, this is worth more than bomb. So technically, this myth's true. Myth number 49, the damage you take from water in each sea is different. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and test this out in first sea. I have the portal fruit. I also switched my race. Let's see. Okay, so I'm dying pretty quick. I think that took me maybe 5 or 6 seconds to die. Let's go ahead and try this out in second sea. Second sea attempts now. Let's go in the water. Okay, that feels about the same to me. Third sea test now. Let's see how quick we die. And this appears to be all at the same rate. There's no changes. So this myth is 100% busted. Each sea drains your health at the same rate. And for the final myth, the love flamingo ride can make boats fly. Now, I tested out this myth in another video where I was trying out TikTok glitches. Let me try to get him. Oh, he got it there. He got there. Okay. Okay, does this work? Does this work? No, it appears it doesn't. And y'all all claimed I did it wrong. Y'all claimed it was actually true. So we're about to try it right now. And what I have to do now is try to sit him down. So this is going to be a little bit of a process. Might take me a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think he sat down now. It didn't glitch the boat at all. So I think I might have did that wrong. Let me see. Let me try to back him into it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It kind of glitched the boat there a little bit. Hold on. Hold on. Let me back it up ever so slightly. Oh, it works. It works. Yo, it's actually confirmed. Y'all saw that? It was messing up the boat. Oh, the boat's floating. The boat's floating. Oh, I actually got it to work perfectly. No way. No way. This is the most fire myth of them all, bro. This is actually crazy. I can't believe that actually worked. What a fire way to end the video.